Yeah, that
Boom.
often helps.
You're alive. Woo!
That's
Hooray,
not true.
hello.
We're not live.
Oh, well then.
We're
Then I'll go to bed. Goodbye.
dead.
I mean, no, we're live.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm not going to bed. Hello.
Yeah, you better stay
Hello.
awake. I've been
Oh,
in bed for like 5 days. If I sound strange today, everybody, it's because I've been very sick. I had strep throat on Tuesday. I got put on antibiotics, and then
oh boy.
the strep throat went away. Like my throat hasn't been sore since like Thursday, just because I mean that's how antibiotics work. They basically just kill the bacteria immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got a fever and chills, and I've been congested and coughing ever since. I'm feeling better today, but I still don't feel 100%.
It sounds like the strep throat was masking a different problem.
I mean, I don't know if it's just like
It could
I
also be
got.
allergies.
Yeah, no, this isn't allergies. I wouldn't have had chills like I had on Thursday with allergies. Like it
That's fair.
was 22 degrees Celsius, 22 degrees Celsius in my house on Thursday, and I felt
Mhm.
like it was -5. Like I was freezing, and I was just like, "Oh my god, this is not great." And
Mm.
I got myself to prosthetics on Friday. I wore a mask like one of them COVID people because yeah, my new leg is finally ready to be finalized. So I knew I
Woo!
really just had to drop it off, and I'm like, okay, I'm probably not going to make my prosthetics technician sick if I just say, yeah, it's pretty good. Little digging into the patella here, so if you could flare that out, that'd be great. But other than that, it's fine. So let's go.
Mm.
And yeah, in like 2 weeks though, I should have a brand new leg.
Hopefully, you're not sick by then, so you can enjoy it.
Yeah, I hope I was hoping I'm not sick by tomorrow because I really do need to go to work. But
Yeah.
Well, sounds fantabulous. Well, hope the Sickheimers goes away properly soon.
as do I.
Because
Just
that
find the stream.
suckaroonies. Uh,
I did
that's
catch up on some anime though, or catch up. I
ooh,
watched some old animes.
what you
I watched
watched.
all of Hellsing Ultimate and 2 seasons of Tokyo Ghoul.
Mm.
Oh,
I
okay.
never
Go ahead.
watched that more. Tokyo Ghoul. I think I watched that. I forgot what I thought about it.
I'm on the third season now, and it seems at least so far like a pretty big departure from the first 2 seasons. But yeah, season 1 and 2 tell a pretty engaging story with a bit of moral complexity because you find yourself both rooting for the humans and the ghouls at different times because the perspective character is sort of a hybrid of both, but
Hmm.
he's primarily on the ghouls team. So, but then there's also this group of just normal ass people who they just want to kill the cannibal like monster things that are in the city. So
Yeah.
it's like, well, it's hard to really be against their position.
Right. Right. Yeah.
I think from what I remember, it is pretty much everyone says it's categorically worse than the manga. Like
Oh well,
it's
I haven't
not.
read the manga, so I can't really tell you anything about that.
Yeah, I haven't either. I've been meaning to. It just hasn't happened.
And yes, Andrew Valdez, I have seen Free Run. I liked it quite a bit. It's definitely differently paced anime than a lot of the stuff I normally watch, but I found it quite engaging.
The stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. Wait, why is it only
Oh, no.
uploading 3,800 kbps? That's
It's because we're talking about a Korean movie. It's like, oh, it's too far away. We gotta
that's
reduce
four.
the
That's like 4 times lower than it should be.
Oh, I guess in other news though, I got through my second playthrough of Onimusha 2, and on Nexus Mods is a mod that replaces the censored costume. So there you go,
Oh,
censorship fixed, at least one piece of it.
Censored about them.
Well, they like it's Oyu, who's like the main female character in the game, has this like they both look like it takes place in like Sengoku, Japan, but
Yes,
both of the special costumes are like from the 1970s, and you're wearing this like leather biker like jumper, like one piece suit as Jubei, and Oyu's got this like I don't know, like, but it's something that looks like it's out of an Austin Powers movie where it's like an open dress where like it goes down to below her belly button and like there's a lot of cleavage with it. So they added this like lace layer over top of all of the cleavage and belly. And I mean, I like it didn't make me not want to buy the game because honestly, I didn't even know if I'd ever end up using the alternate costumes because they really don't fit with the tone of the game.
Yeah, I
But
was about to
it's
say.
stupid that they did it, which is why, hey, PC gaming good. You can just wait 3 days or so for the mod, and then boom,
They've
censorship
they've
gone.
they've already been doing some shenanigans with the Stellar Blade demo. Apparently, they found a co-op multiplayer thing with split screen that just works
Huh.
in the code, and they already made it startable with VR apparently. So
Oh wow,
they're already going kind of ham on that game. And from what I've
I think
heard, it's
game's not
like
even out
crazy
yet.
well optimized. Apparently, like it runs on pretty old hardware.
Yeah, well, it's
yeah, it's like
Unreal Engine 4, so just like Lies of P, it was the other Korean UE4 game that released and just smoked every UE5 game that was coming out in terms of performance.
yeah, I think you can run it on max settings on like a 3060 Ti
Yeah.
or something similar. But
I think that
yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
oh, just like real quick about the co-op thing. I imagine it was something they because like I've been like doing some not myself game dev, but just kind of like around looking at how things work. And apparently, not apparently, but I assume the co-op stuff was something they were playing around with in development and never
Probably.
did it. But it's just in the files, so if on PC people can go in there and
Mm-hmm.
play with it.
Yeah, it's the data mining that goes down. But
Fun
I
stuff.
forget what my oh yeah, I was gonna say I'm less concerned with being able to run things at max settings on low hardware and just I want things that when you're running it at the appropriate setting for your hardware, it works. That's like
Yeah.
that's kind of all I'm ever looking for with a game. So have you guys seen the meme going around about the Hell Is Us minimum settings?
No.
That game that
What's up
looked
with this?
I think I've
it's
seen
that game that
the
looked kind of people thought it was like Death Stranding or something like that when they first showed the trailer because the guy's got a really similar sort of machine thing on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
But it's terribly optimized by the look of it. Like with a 4090 is the settings for Ultra, and the Ultra is recommended at 4K 30 FPS.
Oh.
So part of that makes me think, okay, well, maybe the Ultra settings of this game are just absolutely cranked. But there's a little note at the bottom saying all of these values are made with upscaling, meaning that like DLSS or FSR is on with some of them. And it's got a bunch of like PlayStation fanboys being like, "Oh, I spent $5,000 on a PC and you can't even run the game at 4K 60 FPS." And it's like, yeah, this is a game that just isn't optimized well, though. Like that's
also
I can tell you that before I even play it. It's just like, well, I mean, if the most intense hardware on the market right now is only able to get to 4K 30 with upscaling, it's either that ultra setting has like path tracing in it, or it's not a well optimized game. And like, yeah, let's focus on games that can scale well, everybody. Because
Yeah.
that means more people can buy them, and it'll look even better if you have awesome hardware.
well, I think it's because I watched like half a video of this. I got bored because I'm never gonna play that game because it's Souls-like and Souls-likes are bad.
Oh, is
But
it? I didn't even think it was, but it's got
yeah,
a demo
from
coming out. I might give it a shot.
yeah, but from what I understand, a lot of it's like part of the problem is that it's unclear what that like the upscaling means because like you know how upscaling there's like the two settings of like performance and like
There's usually
the
way more than two. There's often ultra performance, performance, balanced, quality, and then native AA.
well a lot of those are like under two like umbrellas. You know what I mean? But
Well, I mean,
regardless, that's
no,
not
they mean specific things. Like on a 4K TV, if you're running with DLSS on quality, the game is running at 1440p and being upscaled. On balanced, it's 1080p. Performance, it's like 900p, and then ultra performance, it's 720p.
okay. So that's beside my point. Actually, my actual point is that when you put like this is like upscaled, like what does that mean as far as it's probably not super optimized, right? Let's be
Yeah,
real.
I mean, it's
Right,
vague as
but
hell. Like it could, those values could be ultra performance for everything.
Be right back.
You know?
yeah, that's kind of the big thing where it's like, well, if this is quality, it's like okay, then like I see what's happening here. But if that's ultra quality, ultra performance, like oh my god, like you should put this game back in the oven for like a while.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
like,
And I mean, again, like until the game, or at least the demo, which I think is next week, starts and people can actually test it, we won't really know for sure. But
yeah,
from the sound of it, it doesn't sound like it's a game that's going to run particularly well on most things. And Yeah, I will always recommend people not spend $5,000 on a PC, especially if it's your first PC. If you're just getting into PC gaming and you want to get a PC, don't go above like 1,500 max, because
Mm.
everything else you probably aren't really going to notice all that much, especially if you're moving from consoles, and you can upgrade things bit by bit. Like honestly, I think the only things that you would want to go bigger on earlier are your motherboard and CPU, just because those are a pain in the ass to upgrade later. Whereas
Uh,
GPU takes 5 minutes to swap a GPU out. Even RAM is pretty easy, but
I
the
would say,
storage is super easy.
mhm.
Like it's really easy to just plug in an NVMe slot if you or NVMe into a slot if you have one available.
Yeah,
But
I think I'd recommend something slightly different, but this is more money than like upgrading. I would say if you the thing you should probably like spend more money on is the GPU since that will do a lot of the heavy lifting. Obviously, like be aware of your motherboard and CPU because those are important, and I'm running into those issues now because I underspend.
I mean, yeah, but
Um,
at the same time with the GPU, if you buy a new GPU because you find that
All
yours
right,
isn't
sorry.
powerful enough, selling a GPU secondhand is super easy to do.
yeah,
Like I recently sold a 2080 Ti that had been in my friend's computer for like a long time. Like he probably had it for like 3 years or something. And he just gave it back to me because he bought himself a new computer. And I sold
yeah,
it for like $800, like which is Canadian money. So it's probably maybe like $500 US. But for a GPU that I didn't really think I was ever going to even see again, to still catch that much money on secondhand, I thought was pretty cool. I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, that's actually I never thought of that because I want to upgrade my computer soon, just because like I would like my games to look a bit nicer, and I've been running into issues with some games being a little ugly on my stuff. Also, I've just been having general problems, which I should ask you about because maybe you know how to fix them, and so I can
I mean,
not spend
maybe
five
it,
billion
it depends.
dollars.
It depends on what they are, but just know that any PC part that you're buying, be it the CPU, the motherboard, the GPU, there is a point of diminishing returns where once you start spending more money, you're dealing with incremental
Mm-hmm.
increases in quality,
Yeah,
which probably are not going to be worth it for most people. In fact, the
yeah,
only
absolutely.
reason I'm running the GPU that I'm running on this computer right now, the 3090, is because at the time I was making a lot of videos very often, and having render time be low was actually pretty important because I was doing like weekly videos for Geeks and Gamers, and it was killing me.
Yeah.
But like it was the kind of thing that it's like, yeah, I really could use a GPU that
Oh
can
yeah.
do video editing very, very well. But now, like, I mean, I don't plan to upgrade a GPU anytime soon. But if I do, I would probably go to like the tier underneath that, because I would still want things high end for gaming because I do love gaming and I play a lot of video games, and at
Hmm.
least for me that investment would be worth it. But going to especially the like 5090 right now is like it's like $3,000 for just the GPU, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, well, even for video editing that would be excessive. I'd be like, well, especially because oh, Naruto the 7 says you watch my Berserk video, so thank you very much. But yeah, my new video has not even cracked 1,000 views, so I don't think I'm getting that money back if I spend that much money on something for video editing. I'm down
Yeah.
to being a hobbyist YouTuber, which is fine because I do like making videos. And hey, speaking of Onimusha, that is the next script I'm working on.
Woo.
Well, I am looking forward to that because I am tempted to buy the second. I got halfway through the first one and then I got kind of bored. But I hear the second one's a bit like more to it, so I
There
want to
is a
commit
lot
that one.
more to Onimusha too. Like there's like a social system in the game and some alternate paths depending on which secondary characters you buddy up with closer. And I'm still trying to find all the different pathways, which is why I started up a new playthrough with the alternate costumes on hard mode. And I did find out you can activate the Japanese audio. It's just in the sound settings, not the language settings,
Oh.
because the
Yeah,
language
because like,
setting actually changes the menus as well. So I was like, oh well, I mean, my Japanese
hmm,
isn't well enough that I can read all this hiragana, so I should probably keep it in English then, even though the old school Capcom voice acting pretty cheesy still. But
oh, it's really bad. Like it's like oh, because I played the first one and then I laughed the whole time. Like, oh, you guys, this is awful.
yeah, I should actually check if Warlords you can switch it with, because I actually just finished replaying that on Xbox, like the Genma Onimusha version, which is significantly more difficult, but it was fun.
Mhm.
And yeah, I would like to hear the Japanese voice track for that game too. But
Oh.
it's Onimusha 1's pretty short though. You can get through it in like 5 hours.
Yeah, I just got bored. Like, it was a situation where it's like I like what's going on here. I just like it's I am. There's other games I'd rather play.
That
Right.
both Onimusha 1 and 2, and since I learned how to do this move reliably, I got to try it in 3 because I've now got to do a replay of Onimusha 3 again. But
Mhm.
the Ishin strike, so when you like sidestep an enemy attack and then get a critical on it, being able to do that reliably and even doing the deflect counters reliably really makes the game a lot more engaging. And they don't really explain the specifics of how to do those moves in any of the like in-game pop-up tutorials, which is
Yeah.
kind of crazy considering how many like documents there are that tell you things in that game. But yeah, look up Ishin striking, ISSEN, and it really will make all the combat feel much better. And
Oh, I
it
have.
doesn't feel nearly as good in Dawn of Dreams, which is why that one has taken me the longest to get through. I've still not finished Onimusha Dawn of Dreams.
Yeah. I already like looked into it because I was kind of wondering because before I bought the game, right? I'm like one of those people who's like before I buy a game, I want to know about it. Like, oh, what's the combat system like? Are there deeper mechanics? And that system sounds really cool. It's just I think I'd be more invested in 2 or 3 where there's other things along with it. As far as of Dreams go, I only understand it as like it's either you kind of hate like love the game or you're very meh on it. Like it doesn't achieve the same things the other 3 do, but it's not like
It's got a lot more like RPG elements to it. There's several more playable characters that you can swap to between at least 2 of them at will, which in most situations, which is pretty cool. You can also go back to old areas with characters that you didn't have before to find new secrets. But
Mhm.
it's much more video gamey in its presentation. Like you're getting experience point pop-ups, and the lock on target actually has like a reticle for it, and you can control the camera much more frequently. And that you'd think would be better, but it actually makes timing the Ishin strikes much more difficult because when you're locked onto an enemy, you kind of can't see the enemy super well. Uh, and the bosses are so tanky in that game, it's insane.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
despite the fact that I can see their health bar now, so I have a better idea of how much damage I'm doing, it takes so long to take them down. It's like I'm wondering if I'm just not playing the game right. But again, I'm not saying anything definitive about Dawn of Dreams yet, because not only have I not done the multiple playthroughs I usually do when I analyze a game, I've not even finished one. So if there's
Yeah.
Dawn of
I also
Dreams
hear that
fans out
game's
there who I'm infuriating, I apologize because my knowledge
yeah, I
is
hear
not
that game's
fully
also
formed.
full of bloat. So
Blood.
Yeah, it is
wow.
also it's quite a bit longer. But I mean, like the ability to just enter old areas and explore them more and find new secrets. Like I don't know if I'd call that bloat exactly because it's like, well, there's there's
I don't
stuff to do that kind of make it worth spending more time in the game, and that's kind of neat. And you do get rewards for it. There's also these like time challenges that it's like, oh, now like a screen comes up and says, "Hey, kill this many enemies in this amount of time," and then you get rated for it, like gold, silver, or bronze, and then you get a different item for them. Like I said, there's a lot more things that are very video gamey about it, but whereas I'd say Onimusha 1, 2, and 3 are much more cinematic.
right.
Also, no genre no in Dawn of Dreams, so automatic 0 out of 10.
But yeah, just go back to the GPU thing before we move on to the movie. Yeah, I
Mm.
would not like go for the highest tier thing. Just like, you know, think about what you're doing because like if you underspend, you're gonna have to buy again sooner than you would like. But if you overspend, you're not getting your money's worth. So
Oh yeah.
usually something in the middle is nice, really. Speaking of
Yeah, I
in the
think
middle,
AMD's the 9070 XT I would quite strongly recommend. It is not ultra expensive, and it at least runs Doom Eternal incredibly well, whereas
Mm.
Doom: The Dark Ages still has difficulty running on Linux. But it's also difficult for me to give direct comparisons because I'm using it in a Linux build, and
mhm.
I don't know my way around Linux quite as well.
Well, it
But yeah,
ran good for me on the 9070 XT. That's where I finished the
yeah.
playthrough on.
Yeah,
Nice.
its performance metrics though are like quite high for a video card of that
Oh
quality. I
yeah,
think
it's
the
a
only
it's a
big
good
thing
card.
you're losing out on is NVIDIA's like DLSS features that are more commonly integrated than at least the higher end versions of FSR. So
Yeah,
FSR being the one
but
that AMD
FSR4
uses.
is pretty good stuff. So
Yeah, I
that's
just wish
nice.
more games had it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the problem.
it's
But because most yeah, it's actually most games will be developed with Nvidia cards because they have 90% of the market share. So yeah,
Mhm.
yep.
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 And here's hoping
Unfortunate.
that turns around at some point because the new wave of Nvidia cards I have no interest in at all. Like, even from the second I saw that press conference, they spent so much time talking about AI and
AI.
multi-frame generation and all sorts of stuff that is just going to fake the
Okay.
performance of the game, but not give you, or sorry, not, but increase the input latency. I'm just
Mm.
like, okay, well, you're not talking to guys like me at all with this presentation.
I
You're
think
talking to
Gamers
normies who just
Nexus
want to see higher numbers.
I think Gamers Nexus made a compilation of how many times they said AI over the last couple of years or something. It's like a 15-minute
Yeah.
long video. It's just all AI. It's pretty.
I mean,
Yeah. It's
AI
like
upscaling, like standard DLSS upscaling, I'm totally fine with because I'm like, well, I mean, if the image just looks better and it's able to literally run better because
Mm.
it's internally running at a lower resolution and you're making it so that my eyes can't tell, I'm 100% okay with that. But if you're
yeah.
faking frames and there's input latency that's created because of that, which is
Yeah.
actually affecting how the game feels to play, I'm
And
just
then you
like,
get
no, I don't.
artifacting and
Yeah,
ghosting, and then
I
it's
don't want you guys
all
going
poop.
down that road. Like,
Well,
get off that AI train. Get back on
well,
the upscale.
I'm not against it. It's just the technology's not there. I'm not interested until it's there. Right.
I mean,
Like
even
when
if
you
it is
can.
there, it's like, well, the AI frames
Energy.
can't be actionable. Therefore, if you're playing a fighting game and you've got
Well,
only a small window of frames in which to activate like a counter, the game won't notice that you've done it properly because it's like, oh no, those were fake frames that you reacted on. So sorry, you were late. And I'm just like,
you
man,
can't even run it in a fighting game because like you have to run fighting games on um 60 frames a second or a multiple of 60 because that's like how frame how moves are conveyed to the players like in frames
Mm.
of 60 frames per second,
well, I mean
right?
that
But I
is
know what you
also
mean. But like
That
what
is
you're
an energy
saying
drink,
is
yes.
like correct.
I'm saying that is also
Yeah.
true of action games, like
Yes,
games like
that's
Sekiro, where like your parry timing does need to be pretty precise. And sometimes there's times in Sekiro you can get away with flutter tapping the L1 button, but I just think that like using the multi-frame generation thing as a crutch to try to sell people big numbers for performance
Big numbers.
is it's just like it's a lie, and
it
it's
is a
only
lot.
going to
Yeah.
work on people who don't actually play games enough to really tell the difference in how a game feels. Yeah,
Well,
if you've ever posted that the PlayStation Portable, not portable, sorry, the PSP is actually great. The PlayStation Portal is a great thing to play video games on, and you're trying to play things like Liza P and Sekiro on it, and not noticing that you've got streaming level input latency on everything you're playing. Then you're the kind of person that will be very impressed by multi-frame generation telling you you're running a game at 4K 120 FPS when it's actually running at like 720p 30. It's like, yeah, because they're not really, they just want to see things on the screen happening and they're not really thinking too much about the specifics of how it feels. But I'm pretty
it's,
tuned into that, so that stuff really gets to me.
well,
And if
yeah.
you're
It's
playing
just
a first person shooter with a mouse, it's so unbelievably apparent right away. It's insane because the mouse
yeah.
just
Like
doesn't function right if you've got input latency.
yeah, absolutely. It's like I said, like if the technology existed in such a way that like you got a little bit of input latency, I think that would be fine for like some games that are like slower, right? But like the problem is, right, A, like you said, it's basically a lie when they present these numbers when it's frame generation because that's not actually what's going on. You're having
Mhm.
like all this latency, and also that's not actually how the game's running, right? You're just getting all these frames, and because the game's running at a lower in like actual frame rate, those frames aren't even accurate most of the time because like the AI has to guess what comes
Yeah, well,
between.
and as Metal mentioned, Gamers Nexus has a few analysis videos where they're looking at things like
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy 16 and showing it with single frame generation and with multi-frame generation, and you get all these weird like ghost images in the middle of animations that And I thought the HUD was the funniest thing, like the heads-up display. Things like the health bar just starts fucking having a seizure in the middle of multi-frame generation sometimes. So.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Like the big thing is, right? If you want it to work, you need high frame rate anyway. Right? It just smooths out like what's already good, but we're kind of skipping that it's already good phase and going right to we just want more.
Yeah, no, and I'm like, go the other direction. I was like, gaming industry, start being like, okay, you know what? We're going to design our games so that they all run on a PS4 at 1080p 30 FPS. Because you know what that means? It's going to run beautifully on everything else.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to be playing a game at 1080p 30 FPS on a PS4 because I'm not going to be using my PS4 to play video games. But I honestly think that, like, if that were the target, like the ceiling target for most games, and everything else was just settings that you could increase from there, every game would just run beautifully and play amazing, and we wouldn't be having any of these optimization conversations at all.
Yeah. I think so too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes,
Yeah, I don't know.
GPUs technology, isn't it great and not confusing at all?
Yeah, and we're not even talking about a video game today.
No,
No.
not at all.
We're talking about what could be a Yakuza game if it were set in Japan and playable, though.
It's legit what I was thinking as well. It's like I was like, man, you could just put Kiryu in there and it would still work.
Yeah, he's like thicker Kiryu with
Yeah.
whose special power is a slap, and even the villain like has some Majima vibes. None of the
Kinda.
fun, but all of Majima's crazy. Well, like same hair and uses a knife.
Yeah. So yes, some people in the chat pointed out I am indeed already back on the interwebs after yesterday. It was over 11 hours of efapping. I did not expect that to be that long of an EFAP. I thought it would be, as I wrote in my tweet last night before I passed out in my bed, I thought this would be a relatively short EFAP adventure. Like I was thinking like 6, 7 hours possibly, as the original and the remake we talk about. But after 2 hours, we were like 5 minutes into the conversation of the remake. I was like, uh-oh. I think I might be in trouble. So, yeah, this is why we have a little bit of a later start time, because during that EVO I was like, can we like move this back like by 2 hours so I can get a little bit of sleep and then still watch the movie?
To be fair, my illness making sleeping in a good idea was also part of it.
Because the thing is, if I would have known this would be such a long one, I would have just watched it earlier. But because I thought, like, oh, this is just going to be not that long on EFAB, I'll have plenty of time to just watch the movie and think about it during the day. And I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe not. So yeah, I got a nice and crisp 5-ish hours of sleep, I think. I'm not sure, actually. I just, I don't think I got up at some point. It's like, okay, time to make some food and watch the movie. And that's what I did. I got an energy drink here. I had a Gatorade, or I should probably call it Lidl Rate, because it's like a little version that is new, and it's actually not bad. And it's 0 sugar, so that was nice. It actually tasted really good. It was just a little test to see if it's good. So if you have a little near you, and they have their amazingly branded Freeway Blue Wave tropical blue flavor, it's not that bad. Whatever tropical blue is supposed to be. Could be berries. Could be your dad's cum. I don't know. Tastes good though. Anyway.
What?
With that said, you know where my brain is currently. It is not in a great state. How little? No, not little. Lidl. Lidl.
Needle.
Yeah, I got my energy drink right here. But yeah, this one was actually recommended by Swollpool, the Outlaws, or as some people already pointed out here and there, that it's also known as the Roundup, and is part of like I think it's now four movies, like a series, where it goes on multiple adventures.
I'd watch another one.
Yeah,
I would too. These are great. Was great.
It's really fun.
Does he still consistently slap people through the trilogy?
It's fucking better.
I hope
It's like
so.
the best
I know
slap in any movie I've ever seen, I swear.
I saw like the first 5 minutes of the gangster, the cop, and the devil, or however you put that. It's one of those 3 versions of that. And like it starts off with him beating the shit out of someone who's stuffed into a punching bag. So imagine he's still violent in other stuff.
That's fun.
It's such an uncommonly used move as like the power move for like a brute hero character. Like he does it so often in this movie where he just like open hand smacks a guy and like knocks him down with it. I chuckled every time.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the Roundup film series. So on the Wikipedia here, the 2017 one is listed as The Outlaws. Then 2022 has The Roundup. But I've also seen that the first one is called The Roundup, The Outlaws. So I think we have like this weird translation thing where they couldn't make up their mind what they're gonna call the movie in different places.
Well, remember, we got First Blood, Rambo, First Blood Part 2, Rambo 3, and wait, is John Rambo the fourth one?
I don't remember.
Or is it just Rambo?
It might just be Rambo.
And then the fifth one has a subtitle, I believe, like Rambo Last Stand or something like that.
Yeah.
But I've not seen that one. It's weird that I've made it this long without viewing a Rambo movie that exists.
Star Wars
reason,
The Roundup.
I just didn't get around to it.
Star Wars The Roundup
we're
Outlaws.
talking about Star Wars Outlaws, but the Korean version that's apparently way better.
Yeah, and then they released one in 2022, 2023, 2024, and we got The Roundup No Way Out, and The Roundup Punishment. And apparently there's already one planned for 2026. So, yeah.
Jeez.
They seem to do pretty well. We got some box office numbers here. So this one we're talking about today made 52.9 million. From what I understand, it didn't cost that much and was the third highest grossing movie that year in South Korea. So you could say it did pretty well. Let's see, with 6.87 million admissions. Like, that's the amount of people that went and watched. Oh, a gross of 51.8 million. Yeah, okay. The fifth highest grossing domestic film of the year in South Korea and third best-selling R-rated Korean film of all time. So, yeah, this movie did pretty well. So I'm not surprised.
Were the others Old Boy and I Saw the Devil? I was about to say, two of the other big Korean movies I know had to be R-rated.
That's a good question, actually. Let me see. Can we got here box office. Highest grossing films released in 2017 by domestic gross offense revenues are as follows. So we got Along with the Gods, The Two Worlds. Never heard of it.
I've not seen that.
A Taxi Driver. Just a taxi driver. I don't know.
Huh.
Confidential Assignment. No clue.
I've not seen any of these films.
1987, When the Day Comes. I don't know.
Wow, so we're
I don't know any of these movies on this except The Outlaws, which I watched today. So
I was about to say, like, maybe the two I mentioned weren't big movies in Korea; they were just huge outside of Korea.
This list is specifically for 2017 only.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, we were just talking 2017. Is there one for all the R-rated movies? I don't know. It's not here. Let me see. Highest grossing R-rated movies. South Korea. Best Korean R-rated movies. IMDb. That's not what I was looking for. There.
I Saw the Devil actually is on our list of ones to cover.
I saw that a while ago, and I remember it being pretty good.
Yeah, it's with the guy who plays the cop in Squid Game. Jeez, I forgot the name of the show, Squid Game. And the dude from Old Boy, where the dude from Old Boy, I forget exactly what he does to the guy's wife. I think he kills her, but it's basically just he keeps hunting the guy down and beating the living shit out of him, but not killing him, just to know that I'm gonna find you again sometime. And it just lets them live in fear. It's like such a funny revenge concept.
Yeah, but I think at one point it kind of reverses back, and then he gets beat up a little bit, but then just goes back. It's never seen it made this way before. It's kind of fun. The
premise of just my revenge isn't I'm going to find and kill you. It's I'm going to pummel the living hell out of you until you're like hospitalized.
Yeah.
And then go away for months, maybe years, and then find you again, and you're gonna know I'm coming.
Yeah.
Such a
so that every time you leave the house, you're like, today could be the day he finds me again.
Like, fuck, I gotta go outside today. I'm
Uh,
staying home.
right. Wait, what question did I ignore? I just saw, apparently I ignored a question. Wait, who?
No, you didn't. After that was written, I think it was just because my question was about the R-rated Korean movie grosses, and just two of the biggest Korean movies I'm aware of. I can only imagine I Saw the Devil and Old Boy must be R-rated.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I'm
I
currently
wouldn't
trying to
believe you if they weren't.
I'm trying to find that list, but it only gives me lists by admissions and stuff. So I'm
Yeah, no, it's not that important. I would have found it funny. It's like, oh yeah, well, then I guess it's third behind the
Oh,
other
wait,
two
wait, wait, wait. I
extremely
think I
well-known
found
Korean
something
movies.
Oh,
on listchallenges.com. Yeah, sure, whatever. Wait, what's this? How many have you seen? Wait, that's not a list at all. That's just
Chad
bullshit.
Summary, if you've got a recommendation, if you're in Metal's Discord, throw that in
Yes.
the Forge channel in the Discord, and we will add it to the list. No promises
Unless
that we're
I
going to get
decide
to
to
all of
delete
them,
it.
but well, yeah, once it's in the list, you can't delete it.
Huh? After the Discord, I can delete it.
I mean,
I'm
I could
kidding.
add it to the list right now, though.
Damn it.
Darn it.
Mark ruining my threats to chat.
Also, tag me or Metal, because if I have Discord notifications on my phone, my my thing is just going to be beeping constantly. So I only have notifications turned on for mentions.
Right.
It
right.
probably wouldn't be a bad idea to just make a recommendation channel. If it gets too much, we would make it easier.
Yeah.
I mean, we
something.
get like one or two every couple weeks. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Hey, we disappeared.
Yeah, looks like our icons disappeared.
It did. Where did Discord go? There you go.
Nobody's on Forge right now. We're good.
It's so good. It's a dead Forge theory.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh boy. But yeah, did pretty well, the movie, and this one is also based on a true story. So basically, they have like a South Korean Chinatown, and a lot of Chinese immigrants came there, and there were a couple of them that formed some mafia groups, and some crazy shit where they, do the casual mafia stuffs like protection money and trying to beat people up, so they give them even more money. And that's basically the world we're in here at around like 2004, 2007-ish or something along those lines.
2004.
Yeah. And we have like these two bigger ones. I think in the movie they're like the Cobra and the Venom.
It's the Isu gang and the Venom gang.
Right. Okay. Yeah,
I've seen
so
this movie a
these
lot.
names, like, those are like all names where I'm just like, there's no chance I'm gonna remember them correctly, especially, and also the names. Like, so the movie's also in Korean, so it's dubbed, of course.
The Venom gang is actually the name of the gang in the action movie I made. So when I saw that, I was like, oh hey,
Oh, look at
I was
that.
like, and I made mine in 2010. They plagiarized me.
Also, Mr. Mutelheim, you're not gonna
Yes.
put it on the screen, on the thing with the overlay, or just asking?
Wait,
Because you can find it online for free.
what do you mean?
The movie, I
Movie.
think he means.
Oh yeah, I mean I haven't started talking about the movie itself. I'm still like doing the intro.
We're doing
Oh,
the
you're
Chris
summarizing.
Stuckman part.
I'm so
We're
stupid.
Chris Stuckmaning.
I'm
this
sorry.
movie.
I'm just
Film was made in 2017. It follows a group of Korean cops who are going after a Chinese gang.
Yeah. The movie was directed, written by Kang Yoon Seong, produced by Yo Seong Chae, starring Ma Dong Sok. You can just go for all the names. It's literally, it says Wikipedia. Okay, we got the meaning and blah and this, and you just read it all out, and boom, 5 minutes done. Please subscribe.
You know, honestly,
Gets
I'd knock
Stuckmanized.
Wikipedia research, but in trying to do some research for like the intro to the Onimusha video, I was able to find no source better than Wikipedia for like the production of that game. Even like Onimusha wikis, for some reason, are so much more concise and not as detailed. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like Wikipedia is like decent, but also bad, but also decent, and it's only bad if you actually know the things. If you don't know the things, it's pretty good.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that any of my videos where I cover a series that has like super fans are going to be able to find holes in it, but I'm at least doing my best to try to think things. So I think I might have to read some books on Oda Nobunaga and like Sengoku Japan because
Hmm.
there's a lot of connections to real history in these games, and none of them are one to one at all. So they take a lot of liberties, and I don't want to end up saying that this thing really happened. When it's like, yeah, that was totally invented for the
I'm gonna
game.
have fun with the one with Jean Reno, where they're just in, I don't know, Paris or something. That's the only
Oddly enough,
that's the
see
only
that
one
one
I've
you'd fit.
played, by the way. That's the only one I still have a physical copy of, actually,
And
as
you know
well.
That
what's
one's
really
insane.
nuts is that the time travel aspect of that and all like the tech that the Genma have makes much more sense, especially if you played Onimusha 2. Because Guildenstern, who's like the Genma, like evil scientist, like evil demon scientist guy, uses a lot of crazy tech in Onimusha 2 as well. So them being like, okay, yeah, he figured out a time travel thing in the third one was not that much of a jump, actually.
Oh yeah, apparently my channel does not have the weird XP thing YouTube is currently rolling out.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, we saw that yesterday on Wallace's channel. They for chat participation you get like 25 XP per line written or something, or per message sent, and then you get more if you do super chats. It's really weird, and you get like a little crown in chat as long as you're like in the top 3, and then it gets reset
That's
every stream. It's really awesome. It's really cool.
Well, perhaps one day I'll return to streaming. No
No.
time
Why
soon,
does it
though.
reset every stream? How about you fucking let me be the champion forever?
I want to be the champion forever.
Actually, it's when Bergflicka says liveries like Yasuke's. Funny enough, I think there was a lot of heat about Assassin's Creed Shadows having Yasuke hook up with Nobunaga's sister. And
So weird.
let's just say Oyu has a secret identity, and her and Jubei do kiss. So actually,
No.
yes, Liberty is exactly like Yasuke, apparently.
No.
Yeah, as far as I know, a lot of games that cover that era have those kind of funny liberties. I think
Well, I mean, this one has Nobunaga dying in a battle that not only he did not die in real life, it was like the main kind of turning point battle that made him start conquering much more of Japan and having more people like swear fealty to him because it's like, oh shit,
Not
this guy
anymore.
won like a really crazy battle. In Onimusha, he gets an arrow through the neck and then is
yeah, I read
resurrected
that.
by demons. So it's that's a big liberty, and I think it at least sets the tone to be like, yeah, we're not doing just straight up Japanese history here. We're having fun.
Yeah, I think in Neo, what happens in Neo, he gets revived, and then he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm too cool to be revived. I'm going back to being dead." Uh, okay.
He
All
gets he
right.
gets revived in Onimusha quite a bit.
But yeah, that's
I like
the
video
that's
games.
the uh, that's the basis on what this movie has been made. You have all the immigration yakuza mafia people from China who also get like all
Triads
their
for Chinese would be
triads. Yeah,
triads, not Yakuza's Japan.
true. That's true. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, dummy.
I'm sorry.
Although I guess they're not specifically mentioned as triads here. Like they are just kind of called Chinese mafia.
What are we talking about?
Well, I'm assuming the triads aren't the only mafia in China, and I think in this film they don't specifically say triads at any point, do they? They just say Chinese
No, they're
gangsters.
they're talking about a specific gang,
Yeah.
and it's a subset of that gang.
Yeah. And I guess in this case, most of the Chinese guys are like 3 specific dudes who are both very, very insane and also extremely powerful. Like none of them go down easy.
Yeah, it's like the when we get to it, I like to talk about, but like it's almost the vibe of people who are just violent, like they don't care, and that makes them like way more dangerous than people who
Hmm.
don't want to die or kill people.
Yes. So we jump right in, and we show how nice this neighborhood is. It's really cool because immediately 2 people just want to stab the fuck out of each other. It's really awesome. And you have like 2 like police people. They're like, "Hey, stop, Lamau," and they don't really do anything because I guess they don't really want to get involved with these gangster people because you know they never know
I,
who's behind them.
yeah, I think actually I don't even know if these are like gangsters. I think they're just people who start pulling out knives.
Well, the one who gets thrown down, he just picks up the knife from the floor from the guy who sells knives, and the other
Yeah,
one just has a knife on him.
yeah. I think the one who had the knife he's probably a part of a gang,
Yeah, probably.
right? And then the other one is just someone he was fucking around with, and I guess we're all pulling out knives now. You know, it's a very volatile area if you cannot tell very quickly.
Absolutely. And we immediately get we immediately get Chad Dad and our boy Ma. He just comes in, he's on the phone, just talking about something. He's like, yeah, I know. Yep. And just he just walks through the people. It's like, excuse me, can I go through here? And just grabs the hand of the one guy and just twists it. Makes him drop the knife. Doesn't even react to anything that's happening. He's just still talking on the phone. It's like, yeah, the new one by the pool. Yeah, all right, okay, cool. And he just looks at the other one. It's like, come on, give me the knife. Come on, just give it over here. Just come on. And he just drops it. And just looks over to the police guys. Like, what? You just here for a show? Or can you just take care of this? Thank you. And just goes to the guy who sells the knives. Just gives him the money for the knife. I guess it's like, I told you not to sell knives here, and then he leaves. It's so great.
Yeah, it's really efficient in establishing this is the area, this is our main guy, this is how he treats this shit. Like it's whatever. This is like daily for him.
Yeah, he's our detective man we follow around, and he's very used to all of this. It's just like, okay, another stabbing. All right, I'm gonna say it right now.
He's like hard boiled, but in a very like jovial, kind of lighthearted way.
Yeah.
Like he's got a real just kind of chill attitude through most of the film.
Oh, absolutely. Like he's unfazed by almost everything. He's just like, oh, there's another guy on the floor right now being stabbed and bleeding out. It's like, okay, who did this now again? It's just, but he's not saying it like in an over the top way. He's just like, okay, who did this? Okay. And we immediately see like some of his companions is like, oh, what's with the suit? It's like, oh, I was invited to a wedding, and then the other one's like, oh, how did the date go with that model? And he's like, it was just a hand model, like it's not a big deal. It's like whatever.
And it was like, well, she was hot, right? It's like her hands were hot. Come on.
Yeah.
Every time I hear hand model, I can only think of Zoolander and David Duchovny.
Yeah, it's
the hand model.
Very fun. And yeah, also I'm gonna point it out right now, you won't be seeing any firearms in this movie. They deliberately kept it to like knives, fists, and like pipes and stuff. So
yeah,
we never have to deal with the problem. Oh, why is he not just getting shots? Like, yeah, no, we just don't have any guns in this movie. Just left them all out.
The big
that's another thing that made it feel very Yakuza, because it's like everyone's got pipes and sticks and things like that.
Yeah, because like guns are illegal here, and none of the gangs around here have enough power to smuggle in guns. Right, so everything's very like low scale. Of course, getting stabbed with a knife isn't exactly low scale, but you know,
our hero actually has a fear of knives for that reason.
Yeah,
it doesn't phase him all that much, but he does mention it at one point.
It's like,
he's like, yeah, I do get on edge when I see knives because I've been stabbed a bunch
of times. And we just follow him around for a little bit. And it's like, oh, wait, what's this tattoo on his chest? Like, yeah, he's with the Venom gang. It's like, oh, okay. Well, time to go to the Venom gang and ask what the hell is going on there. And we just see, the, I don't know, like the subplot man, I guess. I actually don't. Isn't he called like Gasoline or something? Doesn't he have like a really stupid name? At least that's what I remember. Or I think I saw on the IMDb that's what he's called. But he's... God, maybe I'm just racist and I think it's the same guy. I don't know. No, I'm pretty sure this is the guy who follows around the main antagonist here in a bit. Because he's currently talking to Sung Tae. Don't call him boss, tell him his name. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Sung Tae, the Venom gang boss. And he basically tells him, like, yeah, one of our guys got stabbed. And the guy goes to the group. He's like, well, make sure you don't kill anyone. And they're just about to go like out with like pipes equipped. But our team of detectives has arrived, just wants to talk to them basically, and our guy Marc is like, "Huh, we got
We got
hooligans."
hooligans.
And the one guy clearly doesn't know who he is, and he just says, "Lower your weapons, come on, drop him." And they're like, "Whatever." He's like, "Lose them." And the one guy's just trying to be like uppity, and he immediately goes for the slap in his face. I'm just gonna show this on screen because
the wind up.
He slaps the shit out of
it's
him.
so good. There you go. There. Just bam. So funny.
Like the slap's just amazing because you know it's not going to hurt nearly as much of a punch. So it seems like this warning of like, just understand this is how strong I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, have you ever seen those slap competitions?
Oh,
You can
yeah.
slap someone really fucking hard.
Those are so
Hey,
fucked, dude.
Make my jaw hurt every time I see a clip of one. I'm like, oh man.
Oh,
Would not want to be doing that in my spare time.
No.
because like you obviously like later on you do see him actually punch someone, and it's like, oh my god, that's so much worse. So yeah, it does establish like he is like the baddest dude around for a reason.
He got big arms too, big hands. Like, so a slap is just a good choice for a character like him. Just like, bam! It's just fun. Slaps are just
more
fun.
Intimidating than a fist. You see the guy can like palm a basketball, no problem.
Yeah. But we also learned that he's been around for a while because he just talks to the leader of that Vandom game. And he's like, "Yo, what's up? One of your boys got stabbed. Also, your other boys, they need some schooling. They're kind of rude." And he just wants to know. It's like, who stabbed him? It's like, oh, I'm the victim here. I didn't do anything. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Also, what are you doing? Trying to start a war at bright daylight? Like, you insane? Like, he's just trying to keep everything together by talking to like these leaders. I always enjoy in like these crime movies or like Yakuza mafia movies when like the detectives just talk to the gang leaders and stuff. Like there's like some kind of appreciation towards each other or mutual respect. It's like, hey, what's going on? I'm just trying to keep this together, you know? I just don't want an all-out war on my streets.
I guess it's also just kind of an understanding that if you just go and try to arrest these guys the second you're like, oh, I know you're a gangster, therefore I'm going to arrest you. It's like, A, that's maybe going to be difficult and tie things up if you don't have a proper case together. And B, it's going to create a power vacuum that might make the streets a lot worse in the short term.
Because someone's going to just take it over. That's been like a real problem in the Yakuza days and back in Japan, where the police effectively couldn't really do anything against the one gang or the one group because like, oh, then the other one is just going to take everything over and they might actually be worse because right now those two groups are keeping each other in check for a little bit. So we just kind of let them do their thing to a degree until it gets like too bad and they just have to, you know, throw down with the Yakuza, which I think is actually a storyline in a Yakuza game in one of them. I think in like 3 or 4.
Well, I mean, Dylan's kind of got it there that like Date is sort of the detective character.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Really pretty close with Kiryu through most of the series.
Yeah,
I think like the idea here is that you manage the gangs.
Yeah.
Right? Because like you said, if you arrest them, there could be a power vacuum. Also, there's a lot of them, so that's a lot of resources. And also, they established this a bit later, but it's worth bringing up now. So they're all Chinese immigrants, right? So if you arrest them and send them back, there is nothing stopping them from getting a new ID and coming back.
Just come back, yeah.
Yeah, so like arresting them, arresting everyone doesn't really do anything, right? Like you arrest some of them, especially if they cross the line, but for the most part, it's like you have up to this line. If you go past this, we have to intervene.
Yeah.
Yeah, and establishing those lines and being like, hey, if you just keep it to this stuff, we're not going to come down on you super hard unless something bad happens. It also kind of incentivizes them to not get into crazy shit too.
Yeah. And then
it's like you start kidnapping children and shipping them all over the world, we might have a problem. But if you're like dealing drugs, whatever.
Yeah. And then Mao has another level of this, and you're about to see like how he treats them, because it's not just like respect, it's straight up fear. Like, I will just beat the shit out of you. We're not fucking around. Like, I might put you in jail, I might just like beat you half to death. Like, you're going to listen to what I have to say, pretty much.
But in any case, the guy I mentioned earlier that talked to the boss of the Venom gang, he actually tells him who was it, and was the other group, the Izu gang. And it's like, well, who's that? Where did they do that? And then they getting pointed towards a gambling arcade. So they just go check that out. And they find a guy. There's more people in there. It's just always funny because in the beginning here, he always like seemingly arrives at some point or in some place, I should say, when the head honcho of the group is not really aware who he is. Like no one, it's not like everybody knows who he is, or maybe they're just too confident in themselves because they have like the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But he then immediately gets like knocked down. Like he just uses one hand and pushes him to the ground. He just says, "Don't move, I'll fucking kill you." It's just like, oh, where's the guy I was looking for? I was like, oh, you come over here. And he's like, me? Oh fuck no! Just runs away. He's like, God damn it! And then you see him do a little
like,
chase.
Fuck, you're making me run.
Yeah.
He runs terribly. Funny.
He's a big guy. I mean,
They both the way they run look kind of funny. Like our main protagonist, kind of because he's so big, and the other one he's kind of lanky and goes like, hoo. But yeah, he gets cut off by our guy, and he gets thrown back to the ground. And
he does the work smart, not hard. He's like, okay. He's like, I'm gonna cut down this way because I know it's a shorter path down this alley because I know this area.
Yeah. And then he just says, my freaking knees.
Yeah. Comments on it is like, oh man, I'm not a runner.
He's an older
I'm a standard
guy.
fighter.
Yeah.
Also, he's running in dress shoes. Fuck that. Ugh.
Oh yeah. And he kind of tries to help him. I was like, come on, get up. And he gets a knife out. And he's like, oh, he just looks at the knife. Did you stab him with that? He just grabs an evidence bag out of his pocket.
Just
It's
put
like,
it in here.
Yeah, just put it in here. Oh, yeah, by the way, this is like the first big role he got, from what I understand, after Train of Busan, when everybody was like impressed with his performance as the Chad dad. So I think this is like
really sick.
his first big role where they basically emphasized everything that was amazing about the guy in Train to Busan and just put him in the main protagonist role.
Let's give this guy a cop series where he just slaps people and it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Talking about slapping people, he does that to that guy. He just holds the hand he's trying to stab him with and just slaps him across the face.
Knocks him out cold.
Knocks him out. To a degree, it's like, hey, hey, are you okay? Breathe. Come on.
Yeah, no, what I really love here though is he puts him in the recovery position.
He does, yeah.
That's something that very few movies do because they just treat like people getting knocked out from blunt force trauma as not that big a deal. But he's like, okay, well, I don't want this guy's tongue strangling him to death, so I'm gonna just roll him over here, and then if he vomits, he's not gonna die.
Please don't die. I need you for like stuff.
It's just so funny. He's kind of pushes him, saying, hey, come, breathe. And yeah, as he said, put him in a safety position or recovery position. It's funny.
I don't know
stuff.
if I want Chad Dad playing Kiryu, but he'd be the perfect Taiga for like Yakuza characters.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's a bit too big to be Kiryu.
Yeah, Kiryu needs to be
Taiga.
like tall and kind of slim-ish, right? Or
the guy they got in the
lean, I
Amazon
should say, not
series
slim. Slim is probably the wrong word.
I was about to say the guy they got for the Amazon Yakuza series was a bit too slim. He
okay.
didn't really have the my punches can cave your facing kind of build.
Right. Oh, VLC. Nice artifacts. That was cool.
Let's go.
But yeah, now we got
to
our...
introduced to the villains.
Exactly. Which don't have like really a gang affiliation here. They had one where they come from, which we will learn later, but it was a pretty big one. But they came here because they want some shit steering here, because it's yeah, we see 3 guys, and they got a guy in the trunk of their car, and they just introduce themselves as debt collectors.
Yeah, they it is very quickly established that these are not like the gangs around here.
No. Yeah, they talk to him. It's like, well, that's you had the debt from 100K. it's now 200 and you can't pay it, so you better call your boss. It's like, oh, please give me a discount. He's like already bleeding from the head, the guy they've captured. He's like, okay, I'll give you a discount, 10k per limb, and he drags the sledgehammer towards him. So yeah, he's in for a bad time.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It might sound like a deal, but no. You don't want any of your limbs crushed by a sledgehammer.
No.
And the worst part is they miss and just get his fingers multiple times. So this was a long process.
Oh yeah.
I guess I think they give them discounts when they miss, though. That's probably the nicest thing. That
Yeah.
Yeah, 5k per finger, which is like fuck. Fucking just take.
Well, I mean, to be fair, 5k per finger is a lot better than 10k for the whole hand.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, I guess.
Still don't want to do it though.
Yeah, I don't
Oh no, you don't want any of that. You don't ever want to be hit by a sledgehammer, no matter, regardless of body part. It would not feel good.
Anyway, we are in their offices, and correct me if I'm wrong, but they're like the serious crime investigations squad or something along those lines is what they call them, right?
Yeah.
Well, I say offices. They don't even get to be like in the main building. They have like containers, basically. Like they don't have a staircase going in there. It's just you go in there. It's very tight. There's not a lot of space, and they're in there with like 5 people, and they also have to talk to suspects in there. It's not a great working space. I mean, here I'm just gonna show it on screen.
When they have detainees, it's quite funny because it's just like the guy's sitting there and like people just walk by and smack him a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you could tell they have like no funding. At all.
And that's also a point brought up later. It's like, yeah, we need like actually way more people to do any of this, but we don't get any. But all the big rig police guys, they're still like breathing down my neck. That's when the captain arrives later. He just kind of talks about that.
Yeah, it kind of explains why they treat the gang members like they do. Like I said, it's not exactly respect. A lot of it's fear, because they just don't have the numbers. They couldn't like pull off any big thing normally.
So we got the guy. He slapped across the face and put in this recovery position here now, and he's like, "Here, have your little energy drink," which is it's a very Korean/Japanese thing, like these little glass bottles with the energy drinks. I noticed it's just you also have them in Yakuza actually. That's how you get your HP and SP and stuff back.
Stamina and XX.
Which I abuse the fuck out of in hard fights, because you can just chug them all the time.
Well, yeah, especially because like the bosses all have like 6 health bars too.
So many health bars. And at some point you don't really have money problems anymore. If you do like all the side stuff, you get like money everywhere. And in some of the Yakuza games, you have this money bag guy. If you figure out how to beat him effectively all the time, you just get like millions of yen all the time. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he interrogates him, ask him, why did you stab him? Who did it? And if you don't spill the beans right now, you attacked an officer. You want to take the fall for that? And then he doesn't talk because he's afraid of his boss, obviously. And Ma just takes a helmet and gives it to him. Here's for you. It's just, hey, can we put him in the truth room? Which is just a little, separation thing.
Divider.
Like, it's not even a room, really. It's just a separator. And the guy's just confused, like, what's with the helmet? It's like, oh, it's yours. It's like, put it on. And basically, the truth room is they're gonna punch him on the head with the helmet on until he starts to talk.
I mean, honestly, I think the second he handed me the helmet and said we're going to the truth mood, I'd start singing.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
Like, all right, fine. I'll tell you what you want. I don't even want to know what the truth room is.
Yes, very quickly conveyed that these guys are not your model cops.
No.
Like they are
Sorry,
definitely bordering on dirty.
something I didn't even notice on my watch earlier. He tries to put him back on the chair, just kind of falls over. It's like, oh shit, oh.
Yeah, fun fact, chat. Helmets keep you from dying. They do not prevent the other problems that come from getting hit in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can still get a concussion. Your brain hits the inside of your skull. That's generally not a good thing.
Yeah. Anyway, the captain arrives, and he's like, "Okay, who filed the police report for the pool hall thing?" It's like, "Oh, it was me." What the fuck did you write in there? Why did you what did you write in there? Just came back from dinner or what was it? Like
Golf.
from golfing. Yeah. It's just funny. It's like, oh, why did you do this? Yeah, you wrote so much weird shit. Why did you mention that I came from a golf course? And the other guy, you get the camera on him, he just kind of puts his hand on his forehead, like, oh god. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, I love the interactions.
Oh yeah, these people, you can tell these people in here, they have like history together. They kind of joke around with each other. They have fun. But yeah, we learned that, as he puts it, the geezers are worried about all the gangs, all the gang activity. And yeah, what about you, Ba? Should you be doing anything about this? Should you have been taking care of this? And he's like, it's not that easy. But he tells the other guys, all right, take a camera. We're going on a field trip. We're gonna go scout out the area, see what's up. So far, we have not revisited the Outlaws yet, but we will get there soon.
The Outlaws being the three Chinese guys
Yeah.
who are the antagonists. I guess we didn't go over the fact that the Outlaws title pops up right after the Sledgehammer scene.
Oh,
scene
that's
two.
true. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we didn't do that.
Anyway, he wants to talk to another guy to get some intel, and he's like, "Hey, where's the guy?" It's like, "He's not here." Like, yeah, whatever. Let me just go through, and he just grabs him on the chest and stops him, and he just kind of throws him down on the ground, like basically through a table. He's like, "Feeling my boob, huh?" Like everyone else is watching, he just says, "Come on, go ahead and gamble some more or whatever."
Keep doing your illegal shit. Like
Yeah.
we're doing stuff.
Just go through to the guy. It's like, "Oh man, I guess he really isn't here." It's like, "Wait, why is there ramen being made here though?" he's just under the table, and he just kind of goes up there. It's like, "Oh, I didn't hear you come in."
Should have brought the ramen under the table.
And the guy immediately says, "It wasn't me." And Marc says, "You didn't do what? I didn't even say anything yet." It's just, the interactions are really, really fun. Also, the other guy just gets some ramen and starts eating. I know, it's just little things on the side that happens. It's funny.
Yeah, all of the cops in this movie and a bunch of the gangsters too have a lot of personality.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, this part's so brutal.
Yeah, it's like they get here by themselves. They come to me. I don't have anything to do with this. And he just holds out his hand. It's like, "Come over here." And he's like, it's like closer, and basically he just positions his hand at his balls and starts squeezing. It's like, ah. It's like, "Wait, please." Oh,
Yeah,
God.
You could tell he's beaten the shit out of him before, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
is, and like he is afraid of Mao.
But yeah, they grab. Oh yeah, and just he's like, "All right, come with me." And basically, what they do, he gets the two people who have been beefing with each other and gets them like into a restaurant or something. He's like, "You two apologize to each other." It just says, "Come on, get on with it. I'm a busy man." He's like, "I apologize." Like, no, with sincerity. It's like, "I apologize, really." And the one guy's like, "Why do I need to start?" It's like, "You stabbed the man for it. You starred." It's like, whatever. So basically, he just makes them apologize and even sits them ass to ass, as he says, and takes 2 pictures and gives it to each of them. It's like, so next time you want to stab each other, just look at the picture and just chill out. Anyway, take the tab. I'm out of here. And he leaves.
He's such a dick. Because like when they were like apologizing, like, they immediately start talking shit, and the bald one says like, "You're a fucking bitch," and Malcolm's like, "You're my fucking bitch. Do what I say."
So yeah, problem solved ish for now.
I'll be right back.
Anyway, the guy from the Venom gang, he gets a call. And we learn that the guy who the 3 outlaws, the debt collectors, beat up was one of his guys. And he arrives. And obviously, he just sees like 3 random dudes. And he's like not impressed. And also kind of annoyed with the other guy. Kind of pushes him down. It's like, what do you want? What the fuck are you guys? Like, oh, we're just debt collectors. Your boy took out a loan. He's 3 months late. And now you owe us 200K. But the guy also points out, like, I borrowed 30K and now he wants 200.
Yeah, so there's a bit of shenanigans going on.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously. Because I'm sure if it was 30K, they would reluctantly pay up, because that's not that much. But 200K is like, you're fucking with me right now.
Yeah. And obviously because he's the leader of this gang, he's just like, okay. Like, oh, debt collectors, doing God's work. That's hardly enough, 200K, while he's just kind of petting the other one and just starts pulling his hair and throws him back, spits on the debt thingy, spit side towards his jacket, and it's like, do you even know who I am? It's like, why would I? I'm just a debt collector. I'm not even from here, which is, I don't know, it's just kind of funny for him to say it. It's like, I'm just to collect debt. Why would I know who the fuck you are? And he just kind of starts laughing. It's like, huh. He just kind of does like the aggressive thing where he's just kind of like does like the shoulder tap and then just a slight slap like in the neck area, like the throat area. And then the main honcho of the debt collector stabs him in the fucking in the neck and multiple times into the belly and kills him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Like, this movie is like very full of honor culture. Like, if you fuck with someone, they're just gonna get violent quickly. But these guys are a whole nother level where they just murdered him. It's like, oh.
Yep. And he immediately tells the other guys, cut his arms and legs off. I was like, oh, okay. Like,
oh my god.
Yeah. What about the debts? Like, well, we collect the debt, which means they just fucking kill him too. The guy they tortured for a while. Yeah. So
I mean, if I were the gang leader, though, like, even being surrounded by my boys, I would still not be as close to the dude as I was. Like, I was like, oh man, like you don't necessarily know what to expect from this guy. So I would maybe make it so that he can't just suddenly stab you. And
yeah, I mean, I definitely would do this. I wonder if that's like a thing they just did though, like the whole macho thing with being like a gang leader and stuff. I could totally see
everyone's
them.
like that.
Yeah, because they kind of all like this, which gets a lot of them killed. So maybe they should stop doing that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess he's thinking, though, that he's like, well, if this guy tries to kill me in front of my subordinates who outnumber him, they're just going to tear them apart immediately, so he won't. But, yeah, that's, it doesn't really account for you getting immediately stabbed, killed, and then ordered to be dismembered, really freaking out all the people who follow you, like, and make it so that they don't want to immediately jump into action.
Yeah, again, this is like a whole nother level of gang. Right, like what they're probably dealing with is like you can just intimidate people right out the gate. These people, like the outlaws, they're just fucking violent. Like there's not like
they really like hurting people, and I think that's not really true for most of the other like gangsters in this movie.
Yeah. Like everyone else wants peace, but they kind of want it on their terms. These guys are like, we don't care about other human life at all.
Let me check. Does the stream run fine, by the way? I'm just worried about this weird message from YouTube. I can't see that it's buffering or anything, so I think it should be fine.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen any problems at all.
I know. I just get worried when I see this, but that's fine.
I was able to hear the entire stream while I was peeing.
Very good.
Well, look at that.
That's how I stay engaged in the conversation.
That's how you do it.
So that I don't have to come back and be like, hey, what were you guys talking about?
Yeah. And the other guy who earlier knew what was going on, who did the stabbings, he now joins them. And I'm sure this is going to go very good for him. Very great. Very cool. Nothing bad's going to happen to him. Anyway, back to Ma. He gets called by another boss man, and now I need to check what his name is, unless someone remembers.
Oh, I'm so bad at Korean names. Also,
was this Huang? Because I do remember there was a Huang.
Huang. It's Huang. You're right. Yes.
Nailed it.
And they're
also,
in there.
Just real quick.
Yes.
On the last scene, they could have easily if the guys weren't freaked out, they could have killed those 3 guys. They would have been done.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it's 6-on-3, you have a pretty good chance of winning. But
I think it's the have you ever seen the little animation for that Joe Rogan clip where he's talking about fighting the 12-year-olds?
No.
Okay, so it's very funny. It's just this clip of Joe Rogan talking to Ari Shaffir that was animated, where they're talking about being able to beat up 12-year-olds. and the first thing Joe Rogan says, he's like, so the first one that comes at me is getting kicked into a coma, and then the others are going to be scared shitless. And he's like, well, what if they don't feel fear like that? They're just going to come. He's like, everyone's afraid of getting beaten up. And this is kind of that. It's like, well, once you see your boss get stabbed in the neck and then them say, yeah, chop him up, there is a natural human reaction to be like, maybe I don't want to fuck with these people because clearly they're willing to go pretty far. Yeah. So as much as it's like, well, I mean, they kind of left their boss hanging. It's like, well, he was also already dead before they could have done anything. So at that point, are you taking the risk of going after the dude that just stabbed a guy in the neck without even flinching? And it's most people would answer no.
Oh god, if I would have just let the movie run for 2 more seconds, I would have had the name on screen.
Damn.
Okay. But yeah, he's in one of these hotels with karaoke, and where you have a girl that serves you for the night, pours you drinks and stuff. Not the sexual way, just they're called hostesses or something. What was the name of them?
No, I think it's a hostess bar.
Hostess bar, right? Yeah.
Host club.
Basically, you get a girl to flirt with you while you drink.
Yeah, they put honey around your mouth so you keep buying more and more and more and more drinks. Genius strategy, actually, if you think about it.
God,
I mean, I guess there's certainly restaurants and bars where the servers treat you like that anyways, but I think the fact that I didn't realize it was a thing in Korea, but definitely in Japan, because they exist in a lot of the Yakuza games.
I was gonna say, it's a whole mini game.
The idea that their whole thing is they pretend to be super interested in you, and you're aware of that, and that's the deal. You go to hang out and talk to a pretty girl, and it seems like she wants you the entire time.
Didn't one game have actual Japanese models that did clips for it or something?
That was the Man Who Erased His Name, the Kiryu spinoff for
right.
Yakuza 7. And there's actual video footage of real Japanese women who it plays clips that they react to how you're treating them at the host club.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, it's just a nice place. If you're feeling lonely, you just go, and it feels like you have a girlfriend for a little while, and then you go home to your lonely apartment.
And yes, Muggy, the cabaret bar in Yakuza 0 would be an example of one of these places. That's a really high-end one, though, where they have stage shows and stuff. You run one full out in Yakuza 4 as well.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, this guy invites him here, and Ma is wondering, why do you invite me here? What's going on? He's like, oh, did you sort out the pool thing, the pool pool hall shenanigans? And he's like, why am I giving you reports now? What's this? Like, oh, come on, I'm just a little curious. Let's see what's going on. And the one girl is still trying to flirt. Is like, are you dating a Chinese girl? And the guy's and Mar's like, what the shit? Like, what are you talking about? And yeah, Huang basically just wants to be in his good graces. He's like, look, I have this nice blue label whiskey. Yum yum yum. He's like, I don't really care. And then he just
It's like,
takes some money from him, which I actually not entirely sure why he just takes the money. Did he do something for him? Maybe I just misunderstood.
so Mao is not a model cop.
Oh, obviously, yeah. So I guess
Yeah,
he just
takes money from these guys.
okay.
Just
It's
takes
just
money.
as simple
You
as
know how
that.
like
Okay.
yeah, you know how like they go somewhere and it's like you're getting the tab. It's not like a oh they're getting the tab because maybe it's like you're getting the tab or I'm beating the shit out of you and I'm locking all of your people up.
Right.
Like that's just how it fucking goes.
Part of the deal for us not arresting you is you buy us drinks.
Yeah. But
And I
yeah.
take money out of your wallet whenever I want.
But yeah, Huang is
He
basically
does that to his captain.
he does, yeah. But apparently Huang's business is a bit down. He's just wondering if everything is alright, if he needs to be worried. And it's like, it's nothing. Stop snooping around. Stop being annoying. And it's like, I'm gonna open this. My throat is dry. It's like, come on, just have one drink. It's like, no, I'm still on the clock. Technically, I can't drink. And then he brings him 3 of the new girls he has.
Yeah,
And
the girls are what make it be like, oh, it looks like my shift's over.
he's like,
Thanks
oh,
a
look
lot.
how the time flies. I guess I'm off the clock now. And
He's offering him like Johnny Walker Blue Label too, right?
yeah, exactly.
Pretty expensive scotch right there.
Is Blue Label expensive?
Oh yeah.
Hang on, let me check. I always thought it was like one of the middle ones.
No, it's the high end one.
Johnny Walker Blue
It goes
Label.
red, black, gold, or maybe green, gold, blue.
Okay, let's see.
Can't remember if green or gold is.
Oh, Blue Label is $150. Okay, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Wait, what's? Oh, the Black Label. That's like a normal $20 one. Okay.
Yeah, Black Label is the one that like you probably should be going with because it's significantly better than red and not much more money. I say this as a person who like basically doesn't drink at all ever anymore.
I mean, I mostly drink like
I did
whiskey.
quite like Johnny Walker.
I mostly drink whiskey Coke anyway, and then I just get Ballantine's, which I think is like the best one to mix with Coke.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's on. You get it on sale quite frequently as well, so that's nice.
$90 a shot. What the fuck?
I've never paid that much. I've had one shot of Blue Label, not a shot. We had to just neat, but like an ounce of Blue Label in my entire life. It was my buddy's last shift at a bar that he worked at, and we did that as kind of like a celebration. And yeah, it was like $50 for each of us for just that one drink. And I was like, oh man.
Okay, $90 a
Like,
shot in
this is not
Dubai.
something we're
I'm
doing
not
all the
surprised by
time.
that.
No.
Anyway, now he gets fucked up in the in the club, but also our antagonist trio is here, and they have some fun during the night, and it's kind of a fun scene because he just kind of passed out here. It's like gets woken up by one of the girls, like, there's cops outside. He's like, oh fuck, shit, oh god, and he looks at his phone and 15 missed calls, like, oh god,
Yeah.
what's going on? My head.
His reaction is so great though when he gets out in the hallway.
He's like, oh, we're fucked. Oh shit, I'm fucked. Oh god. It's just such a great reaction. The Blue Label is empty as well, like all the cans. He just kind of puts he just puts his stuff on, his clothes on. He tries to sneak out, but one of the other guys comes around the corner. Is like, idiot, you're late. I was looking for you. It's like, he just says that immediately.
He's like, where the hell were you?
He's like, when did you arrive? It's like, I was the first one here, which is technically true.
Yeah, that is not a lie. So definitely missing a lot of context, but it is true.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently the trio got here and they made a bit of a mess in the next room, actually, while they were having fun over there. They were trying to have a bit of a different kind of fun, of the rapey kind, I'm afraid. And we're trying to stop him, but the manager here that was around that day, he gets he gets beat the fuck up and also sliced and then his hands off or something. Like they chop him
Oh,
up.
they cut off his
Yeah.
arm.
They cut off his arm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, but like, man, you don't want to say it's his fault, but I think he maybe misreads the level of danger he's in and tough guys
Yes,
them a
yeah.
bit too
Yeah.
hard. It's like, is at a certain point, like even the man, I'm now forgetting the main villain's name. Starts with a
Jang.
J.
Chang.
Jang, yeah.
Yeah.
Jang is kind of trying to like de-escalate things and saying like, yeah, no, like whatever, we'll go, or just like let him go and it's fine.
Yeah.
And then he just keeps on saying like, yeah, you Chinese free. Just starts
Yeah.
like going full blown like I hate Chinese people on the guy, and eventually it's like, hey, you're actually talking to a real world psychopath right
Yep.
now, and he was going easy on you, and
He could have
the
gotten away
dramatic
with.
irony is we know what these guys are capable of, and
Yes.
we're thinking, oh man, don't push these guys that hard. Just take the win.
Just if I look at these tables, the shit they put on these tables, that's fucking good. I would totally hang out in a place like this. Have a karaoke thing there. Have all the booze and food. That was actually like a fucking great time. Can you just rent those for friends? It looks awesome.
I mean, I'm even in Toronto, I know plenty of karaoke places that are that style where they like give you your own little room.
Nice. I've never seen that here. I wonder if that's like probably in Cologne. Probably not my place.
Yeah.
I kind of prefer like the bar karaoke though, like where it's you don't have to constantly be singing. It's just like every like hour or so you get called up, you go do a song, and that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
feels more special.
Yeah, they cut his arm off, and he talks to one of the other girls again, and just wonders what's up. And she says, "Oh, they're from the, good lord, how do you say this? Gyeongyang? What is it? Let me see the word here again. Gyeongsang province. They're from the Gyeongsang province. I probably butcher this, but that's as best as I can do by not looking it up. Yeah. And Huang just says, you know what? I'll take care of it if you look the other way. They cut off the arm of one of my boys. He's like family to me, so I'm gonna take care of this. And Ma just says, nope. I'll call if I need anything, but you're gonna stay down. I want this to escalate. And he does not agree. He's like, take the boys and look into it. So he's taking the initiative because he just got attacked on his own turf in his own hotel or hostess club or whatever you want to call it. And
It's both, as far as I know.
sorry?
Like it's a hotel on the bar on the bottom and then a hotel above.
Ah, right, yeah.
Because I am sure there are people who take the girls upstairs.
Mm-hmm. And yeah.
It's the secret rule at the hostess clubs. It's like, well, they do pretend to like you. Unless you have enough money, then they really pretend to like you.
Really don't tend to like you. And now the trio is hanging out in the shop of the lady.
This guy's wife's shop.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know why I just started on that end and not just say the guy's wife, but there you go. Just tells you about my state after talking about Lilo and Stitch for 12 hours.
This is the saddest side plot too.
Oh yeah, this guy is like, oh, I'll let you live, so now you work for me. It's like, oh, this worked out kind of well for him. He can work with these guys now. As I said, nothing bad's gonna happen to him at all. And he just tells them, well, do everything that makes money. Kill, chop limbs, if there's demand. Just go around and collect protection money. And says, well, but the Izu gang, that's their turf. They won't let that happen. The karaokes are their turf, and the arcades, I think he says. And it's like, well, perfect. We'll start there. I was like, oh shit, like they don't.
Yeah, he's like, no, this is what I'm hiring you for.
Yeah.
we're taking over their territory.
Then we go
Like,
back
you're
to
getting me my money one way or another.
Yeah. Then we go back to Ma. They've been trying to figure out who these guys were, and we learn that their fingerprints were not in the database. And they kind of look through the camera footage, and it's like, is that you on there? It's like, no, that's like,
Yeah,
completely different clothes. Also, look at the fucking suspects. It's like, that's totally not me.
It's like the most recognizable guy in all of Korea, too.
Yeah. This is really funny.
Oh yeah, I like the humor in this a lot.
Yeah, it's very natural. It's like banter between the four, mostly. It's really fun.
Yeah, like considering the serious subject matter, having the perspective characters be this like kind of chill and cool around each other is it's really nice for the tone because they don't ever get wacky, but there's always just like a little bit of smirk in like everything they're doing, and it definitely helps soften some of the darker scenes that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This shit gets dark.
But yeah, he gives the two of them some money. It's like, come on, grease up the boys here. See if you can find some information. And the captain here says, "Know your limits. I'm on the edge lately." He looks on the other side on the room. Says, "Who's that guy?" And they both look their way and just walks away. And he's just like, "What the fuck? Why did you do this?"
It's like I don't really want to talk.
Yeah.
So like, whoa, what's that?
And then we get another scene where he tells someone to pay the guy. As the guy who's ballsy cusped, right? The bald guy.
Yeah, it's the Isu leader.
Yeah. Also, that sandwich he has there, that looks pretty good, dude. I'm a little peckish. Never mind.
Also, this is so brutal on this guy. Oh my god.
It's so mean. It's like, oh, you don't know anything about who they smuggled in. It's like, why are you so it's me? I don't even go to bars. He says, "What's your goddamn attitude?" Just pretends like he's gonna bonk him with like a breadstick or like a sweet stick or what is this? And it's like, "Oh, you ate one. Now you're gonna pay."
Yeah.
So, look, he starts off like kind of annoyed. He's like, "Okay, I guess I have to pay the sandwich and the bread. Whatever."
Yeah, and then there's like 2 bags of stuff. It's like, how much is it? It's like $84. It's like, pay him 84. He's like, 84? What did you get? It's like, I got some takeout too. He just gives it to the boys in the car.
Oh, then it gets even worse.
And then he takes like 200 and gives it to the kid.
Yeah.
Here, the rest is for you.
Says keep the change.
Keep the rest. Because that's a kid he likes. Because that's the restaurant he always hangs out in. Like he likes the owner and the kid.
Don't they sort of imply that it's his kid?
So it's either a translation error or it's not his kid because later on he says Mr. Mao, and if it was your dad, you call him like dad. So I assume it's almost like a surrogate dad situation. Like he's just watched over him.
I guess the only thing I'm going by is there's a scene where he's like, "Have you visited your mom lately?" and like, "How's she doing?" and stuff. So like, it kind of seems like maybe that is his kid, and like they're just not on great terms as a family. But I don't think it's ever explicitly stated. I just kind of got that impression from a conversation that happens later.
Yeah, that's why I said it could be a translation error later with the Mister, because that scene and that other scene they kind of contradict. But if it's like a surrogate dad, it makes sense because he would know what's going on in his life the whole time.
But yeah, and then they leave and they go to some guys who have like super yellow clothes on. They have like advertising stuff on them. It's like, wait, what did they call it? We look like yellow codes or something. Yellow chicks.
Yeah.
Are those the same 2 guys who later play the police
Yes.
guys? Okay,
Yeah.
And yeah, this is where they learn, it's like, yeah, the Venom guy, he's dead. There's these guys from Changwon, and they took over his gang. I was like, are you sure about this? Don't fuck around. It's like, I'm sure. It's a premiere tip. And I was like, fine, here's 300. I was like, okay. Like, anything else? I was like, well, no, that's all we got. And he takes like 100 away. Like, I need some detailed information for that person.
I apologize for the cough. I thought I was muted.
That's all good.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Wait, actually, I think he takes away 200. I just realized he takes 2 of them, the bills away. So yeah, he's just kind of going through the motions. He's just gathering all the information he can. You can tell he's like very well connected with all these different people. It's and it's all very plausible. The information he gets, like he tells his guys to talk to everyone around them. He goes to talk to people, and he gets the information one way or another. Because yeah, he's very well connected in this Chinatown. It's very nice how he uses his resources to get things done. And then he gets a call. He's like, "Oh, what's going on?" It's like, "Yeah, we found a thing, and yep, there's some chopped up parts from the Venom leader, well, ex-Venom leader." And yeah, the young guy, the green guy, he gets to look around, and he has a little bit of a barf, which understand. Don't really need to see that, and. Yeah, they realized that he just chopped up the guy to pieces and put him in a bin. And then they see, I almost said a food truck, a garbage truck up the stairs. And it's like, stop the garbage truck. And they do, they check it out, and they find a briefcase with the rest of the body parts. And they bring it to forensics.
And this is when he knows this has gotten real as fuck.
Yep.
Suddenly.
He's like, oh, it's no bueno.
It's like, oh, yesterday we were dealing with stabbings. Now people are getting cut up. What the actual fuck?
Yeah. Now we go to the arcade, one of the two spots they talked about earlier. He's like, well, I'm gonna go check this out, and he talks to the other guy. I'm gonna have to check if his name was actually like Gasoline or something. For some reason, I read Gasoline or something.
I don't think it was.
Yoon Byung Hee. There's one guy called Gasoline, but is that the guy? Oh no, this is one of the police guys that's called that apparently.
Oh. Weird.
Dong Yoon, is that the guy? The thing is, the pictures don't really resemble how they look right now because that's been a couple of years ago, so I'm not actually sure which one. Okay, it doesn't really matter that much. It's fine. But he gets told to bring the boys, and they just gonna.
Oh, the old lieutenant.
The old lieutenant? Oh,
yeah, the Venom's lieutenant.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Metal, stop saying dong. Nuh-uh. I will say it again. Dong, dong, dong. Suck dong, dong yuck. Anyway, they pretend like they're just here to gamble a little bit, and it's like, Fox machine, it's just all scamming, and then he breaks one of the machines. And that's basically all a ploy to get everyone out except the one guy who's protecting this establishment. But, yeah, they just want him to call the boss of the Isu gang. I got that right? I hope I got that right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he goes in there to talk to the guy face to face, while the other ones wait outside. And I think outside they just beat up the rest of the people because they come in at some point and saying, what are we going to do with the rest of the boys or something.
I think that's what happens.
Yeah, but they just sit face to face, and they both just throw their dicks out and try to be menacing towards each other, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And the Shang guy is like, oh, you know what? You can keep your little karaoke gambling hall. I'm gonna keep this. It's like, no. But then the other guys come in and it's like, oh yeah, we beat the other ones up, basically. So your backup is already not here anymore, so you're on your own. So he basically has no other choice to just go away silently and, well, in silent agreement, I guess. It's like, yeah, okay. There's not really anything I can do right now. Otherwise, I'll just get stabbed. And just, just don't come around here anymore. Got it? And he's like, okay. Guess I'll leave. So I guess he got his first establishment now by being a fucking freak. I don't know. He's
scary motherfucker.
He's a scary motherfucker, yeah. apparently the actor here he normally plays like different roles, and people were impressed with the change of pace and how he did all the
He
menacing
was able to
stuff.
play crazy so well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see him in other stuff because I'm like, I am sure this guy is just a wonderful person, but I can
I
only
feel
see
like I
him
have
as a
seen him in other
scary
things.
guy.
He
Let's
looks
see.
very familiar to me.
Jang Chen. Let me see. Maybe there's something. Okay, there's a lot of Korean movies, obviously. Let me see.
I've seen a lot of Korean TV shows.
He wasn't in The Frog.
I've not seen The Frog.
Frog.
The Bacchus Lady, Good White Pew,
Oh my
Gold,
god, he cleans up so well.
Hi, Jojo.
Red Carpet, The Full Sun, High Kick, Poong San. I don't know any of those. This is pretty sure
That's a funny name.
this is all Korean stuff. It was like in
Yeah.
music videos from God, whatever that means. Yeah, I've no idea.
I mean, like, he looks totally different with his haircut and shave.
Yeah.
More so than I thought he would.
Anyway, they found a couple of the parts, most of the parts of the guy.
Yeah,
And they bring him to the forensic guy, and he's kind of like, oh, this cut was made when we're still alive. Skin dries when it was cut when there's blood flow. And he's like very unfazed by just this cut up body because probably seen
Well, I
worse.
guess when yeah, if you're a police doctor who's doing autopsies and stuff,
Yeah.
you only have this job if this stuff doesn't phase you.
Yeah, I think a lot of autopsy, like forensic autopsies, they're just like, yeah, no, shit happens, whatever.
Definitely one of those jobs where you have to dissociate with the people you look at. It's like, okay, that's just another body. But it's
Imagine your first day on the job and you see this, it's like,
no. But I guess we just use this to emphasize the brutality of the three people we've learned about now. It's like, yeah, they just chopped him to pieces. Also, the hand was chopped up before he was dead. It's like, oh, awesome. Anyway, the captain guy is on the cusp of a promotion, and he's annoyed that this shit happens like right now. And if we don't get this done, I'm probably not gonna get my promotion.
It's like priorities, man.
Yeah. But yeah, they're just waiting for them to come back, and apparently they all stink because they were going around landfills and picking up body parts. So it just tells us another fun scene here. It's like, oh, Cap, give us some money so we can go clean up and stuff. It's like, oh, oh, my head hurts. I'm gonna go to my car. I left my wallet there anyway.
I left my wallet in my car. Yeah.
And Ma's like, bullshit. I brought your wallet.
Yeah.
And he just looks back. He's like,
Which means
hey.
I thought what's funny is he might have left his wallet in the car, but just he grabbed it on
Yeah.
his way out.
He's like, give it back, give it back.
Just takes all the money out of it. He's like, hey, that's my gas money.
Anyway, the old lieutenant, he gets here as well. He gets to like a place, and it's like, well, we're taking over 1K a month. And he gets told by the guy, well, after rent and expenses, I'm penniless. What am I supposed to do? And he's trying to be like intimidating like the other guys, but he's not really that impressive. He's like, oh, you want to go? He's like, are you nuts? It's like, when did you turn into a gangster? It's like, pay up before I get violent. And the other guy, who is the actual insane person of the group, like the super insane person, he just grabs the guy's hand, stabs a knife through it, and then puts a bunch of lighters in his head, in his face.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if I were like the Korean dude, I would probably have said, hey, man, like, look, you give me something here because the guy behind me is fucking insane. Okay. Like, you really don't want him dealing with you. I'm going to try to do this with gently intimidating you. This guy will hurt you and I will not be able to stop him.
Exactly.
I wonder if that would even work. I feel like the guy would just kind of still blow you off. Like, I don't know who the fuck these people are
Well,
either.
I mean,
Like,
I guess at that point, if you didn't, you at least warned him, right?
yeah,
Like,
you did your best.
Oh yeah, the crazy guy also tells him if you're penniless, you should die. It's like, all right, nice
oh my
guy.
God.
Then the lieutenant guy gets paid, and we see him interact with his wife, and they don't seem to be so cool with each other. And he's like, well, close up and come home. And then the boss man wants a beer. He's like, I gotta close. He's like, come on, give me a beer. And she's a bit uppity. He's like, come on, really need to, not even uppity. She just says like, hey, I need to close up, blah blah blah. And like,
yeah,
if
I mean,
you,
like she's trying to listen to what her husband said. Like, yeah, don't hang around here too long. You don't want to be staying here with this guy. But yeah, if I were him, I maybe would have stuck around a bit longer.
mm-hmm.
I think they all know what's about to happen.
And she just he kind of does a little grabby grab, but she just says, fine, I'll do it. And she closes the door, and they gonna go have some sexy times.
Yeah, it kind of comes off like he was saying, you're gonna do this or I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we also learn the things are really good between those two, the husband and wife. And
Well, I mean, definitely not after tonight.
no,
Oh,
but
no,
also the
that's-
things she says seems like she's been not happy, basically.
Yeah, and this was probably like the big final straw.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you don't give me anything, and you also didn't do anything about this.
Yeah, that's kind of the big thing, right? It's like
Mhm.
maybe leaving her alone with him was not the best move.
Back with our boys, he gets a call by someone that has information. It's like, oh, I pulled up things, but they might be useless because they got smuggled in. But apparently they called the Black Dragon Gang, and they do anything that makes money. And it's like, you got any photos? It's like few security pack captures, and I'll send you those, but that's about it. It's like, all right, cool, thanks. And the other guy also got information that they're infamous in Changwon. And they lend money to other Chinese Koreans and, yeah, chopped limbs if that wasn't paid back, as we've already learned.
So it's just like, this is their business. Like, this is how
Yeah.
they make money.
That's how they do it. And that was kind of funny. He needs to ask one of his colleagues to kind of put some baby oil on the back of his arm because he can't reach with his big arms.
Can't reach my
Oh,
tricep.
I know that feeling.
I don't
Almost.
yet.
Almost there.
Also,
Well, so
sorry.
I was gonna make a joke about you being small, but
So
I am.
I'm working
I
on
can
it.
reach my triceps just fine.
Actually, I think my sore arms are gonna be fine perfectly when I have to do the next upper body session, so I can get sore again.
yeah, it's perfect then. That's
I
the
have
goal,
not been to the gym in a week
recover
because of
right
my
before.
sickness, and I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. Mostly because as much as I maybe should avoid the gym, still being kind of sick, I
Mhm.
also don't want to skip another week of lifting.
It depends how sick you are. If you're like a little sick, you're fine. If
I am
it's-
just a little sick, but it also is to the point that like I am coughing, so like you don't want to be the guy in the gym that's coughing up a lung, right? Like,
yeah. After the big global thing, everyone's gonna freak out. It's like, oh my god.
I say fingers crossed that I just feel totally fine when I wake up in the morning. I don't think is going to happen, but it would be nice.
Anyway, they talk about how they want to get some of the Venom's boys, and then a guy walks in. It's like, yeah, we should totally like check for the Venom tattoos and stuff. And he kind of looks at them, looks at his chest. He has like a massive snake tattoo. It's like,
Yeah. Even the guy like just kind of like looks down at it. He's like, I got this for a totally unrelated reason to what you're talking about right now.
he just kind of puts his hand over it, And Ma just asked, "You want some eggs?" Of course. Like they already did this before with other people. So I don't know, they made him get food and I don't know, peel eggs. It's just I got a shell in my egg, asshole. Peel it properly. He's like, sorry. He just says, "Why is my egg so dry?" It's like it's boiled eggs. It's like, all right, and that's the end of the scene. So no, it's just funny.
There's a fun fact. Those two, the guy with the snake tattoo and Don Lee, they work together in a lot of movies, and they're like actually good friends.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Uh, so now they have some lunch and they have some Korean barbecue, which I'm very jealous of because Korean barbecue
Yay.
rules, and I want
Yeah.
it right now in my belly.
Yeah.
Korean barbecue is unique in that you can't really like order it in either. Like you have to go.
Yeah.
I have a hot pot here at home with a grill plate on it, so
Oh,
I
there
can
you go.
I mean, I
have.
guess you can order it in, kind of.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess there's nothing stopping you from shredding up some meat and cooking it on an open flame if you have one. But
Yeah, I mean mine is electric. I'm not doing an open flame in my flat. I
Yeah,
know,
that's a
I know I'm a
bad
pussy,
idea.
but I'm not doing it. Okay.
I don't even know if that's just a fire hazard.
Yeah, Korean barbecue rules. I want it. But yeah,
remember
they
to
this
check the
here.
fire
But
extinguishers
also,
periodically.
who's also here is our antagonist group, and Ma looks over, is like, "Don't look." 3 guys just walked in, and the other guy sees them. Is like, "Oh, I feel it. They're definitely the ones." It's like they know what's up. And
Bit of a contrivance here, but I mean, hey, if
yeah,
they're
for
all
sure.
in the same area, I guess.
Yeah, it's not like huge. Like this could absolutely happen. Hey, it's a small town. People tend to eat stuff, and these guys don't know who the cops are.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the big head honcho, he realizes the one guy has kind of looked at him, and they make a point of him seeing his shoes, and I don't remember that coming up again. I don't really know what they meant by that.
I couldn't
Cop
tell you.
shoes.
When I saw it again, I was like, they could be cop shoes, but and it might be a situation where, like, if you were in Korea, it would mean something to you, but
Maybe.
we're not, so it doesn't mean anything.
I mean, I just see some Nike sneakers and some Reebok sneakers, and I was like, yeah, I have similar shoes. Am I a cop?
Police issue sneakers.
Yeah, maybe like cops just wear all black shoes in Korea.
Yeah,
It's
maybe.
just a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
Any Korean nationals in the chat to help us out?
I have a Korean friend. I could probably ask him. I don't even know if he's awake though.
In any case, they make a point of trying to, hold him down here now. You see, the one guy pretends like he's going to the bathroom. And yeah, they kind of just split up. He tells the younger kid, yeah, go after him, check him out. Don't do anything stupid, though. You go approach them, do like a conversation, and just kind of pretends like he needs a lighter. He tells the other guy to block the door so they can't get out. And so they set their little trap. And he's just like, "Oh, I haven't seen you around. Where are you from? Where are you from?" And the one guy just says, "Oh, you want to fucking die or something?" He's like, "Oh, Chinese. All right." Which is funny.
It's got his accent, I guess.
He just tries to get a conversation going, but the John Shang guy, he's actually not in the bathroom. He's hiding in the kitchen. And when things are start to escalate, he's right next to a boiling oil pan. A boiling pan.
Yeah, the
Handful
second
of
I saw that,
hot
I was
oil.
like, oh no.
Yeah, you see, it's like, uh-oh, someone's gonna get that. And yeah, unfortunately, it's the young guy. He gets splashed with it, and that's no bueno.
Yeah.
Dude, every time I see shit like this, like, I think everyone here has deep fried something and like a little splurt got on your
Splash or
hand, you're like,
something.
holy fucking shit, how does this hurt so bad? It's so
Yeah.
small. And
Ooh,
then when I
nice
see
to
this,
get
I
it on your
imagine
face.
this in my face, way bigger. It's like, oh no, thank you.
Yeah, burns
Ah,
are a pain like no other exactly. They hurt to a unique degree.
Oh
mhm.
yeah. But yeah, they do get away and they have a casualty, unfortunately. And we go to the lieutenant who is not happy. It's like, oh, you don't get to leave home. You're just being a bitch. It's like, oh, you thought fucking him would get you something? And she talks about how it's like, oh, you only give me one teeny tiny shop and that's all. Because you didn't do shit as my husband. It's like, oh, they're not having a great time.
Yeah.
And she gets her knife out.
Yeah, like
Yeah?
I thought it was like almost kind of unreasonable for him to like assume there's any reason why she did that like on purpose because it's like, dude, you left her with an absolute psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you think this is something that she just decided to do on a whim? You know, like he's
Yeah. It was.
absolutely the kind of guy who would just bang your wife because he wants to like pull a power move on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was either she did it by choice or he took it by force. It wasn't really an option for her. It's
Yeah.
absolutely your fault for
And
leaving
then
her
even then,
there.
the by choice is kind of by force, right? Because it's like she
Yeah.
knows what's going to happen either way. So it's like either get roughed up and have this happen, or just have it happen. Potentially killed.
hmm
But before anything more serious happens, we get a knock on the door. It's like, I'm living downstairs. Why are you so loud? It's like, shut up, go away, asshole. But it's actually the boys from Huang. And
Yeah,
they
the
just
Huang gang.
kick the shit out of him, just throw him down the stairs.
Him
Because he
up.
was there for the. No, he wasn't there for the stabbing, but they know he is in cahoots with him now.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Could you imagine?
Sorry?
Just real quick. Could you imagine you open your door and just immediately get punched down the stairs and then kick?
I wouldn't even know what the fuck would happen. It's like, how did I get to what? It's like, why are there 7 guys kicking me? What the fuck?
You know, honestly, I think if I worked in the world of organized crime, I'd always assume that things like that would be a possibility, and there's probably at least a reason for why it's happening.
Yeah.
If that happened to me right now, I'd be like, oh, seriously? Like, what did I actually do?
What did I do? That's so big.
I'm sure you have the wrong person. Don't hit me, please.
Please do
I was
not.
like, did you really just not like my Berserk video that much? Like,
Just wrong, man.
But yeah, they ask why they killed the guy, and it's like, well, he didn't pay his debt. And it's basically, but that's all I know. I just know they're a suspicious bunch. Like, yeah, why would you know? And he kicks him back into the water where he gets more drowned for a bit. But he ends up saying, you know what, just give me a chance. I'm gonna kill him myself. Because now he has a reason to. He fucked his wife, and he did not like that.
I do like that Wang was like when he asked about the death thing and like he said he chopped him, was like, so you chop up a guy for money? Are you guys fucking insane?
Yeah, they're not used to such crazy shit like this, but yeah, it's very telling.
these Chinese gangsters are built different.
They're built different.
Here,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
we do crime because it's a thing that we can do, which makes us a decent amount of money and lets us live the lifestyle we want. You do crime because you like hurting people. We are not the same.
Yeah. We get to see the youngin's fiance. And they also tell them, it's like, oh, don't worry, the police will get all the bills. Also, we chip together a little bit, so here's a little treat of money. Go have some food together. And they're like, oh, we can't. It's like, nah, it's fine. Enjoy yourself. Have some meals and stuff. So they're just just being broskies. But the youngin, he talks to him. It's like, you know what? I don't think I can do this anymore. I'm scared. It's way too much pressure. You know what? I would like to go back to the office thing. Go to
Intelligence.
Intelligence. I mean, he talks about it's like, yeah, I tried to overcome it, but I can't really. And it's like, oh, trust me, everyone feels the same. They just pretend not to. And this is where he says, like, yeah, after getting stabbed a few times, I freak out whenever I see knives. It's basically like a thing. It's like everyone is still scared, but they have different ways to just deal with that and hide it.
Yeah, like you could tell this is his first time dealing with like actual shit,
Yeah.
and like it's probably more painful than the other guys have dealt with because grease to the face.
Oh yeah. Considering his little patch there, I think he got away pretty good. I was shocked it was this small. I thought his whole like face would be fucked up. But
Yeah, I imagine most like he probably because human reaction, you
yeah.
would cover up most of your face, but some got through.
But yeah, there's no drama or anything. He's just like, yo, okay, good to know. I'll put a word in for you, and we try to get you back there. So yeah, you just in the meantime, you rest up, nice and plenty. And he leaves him to it. And he's like, yeah, that's nice. He's a good lad. This guy. He might not be a model cop, but he's a good man.
Oh, yeah, he gives like a lot of shits about everyone around him.
Yeah.
He just like, the gang people, you have to be rough with them because if they see you as soft, you're probably getting stabbed. But like if they're like afraid of you, you can get a lot of shit done.
Mm-hmm. So he's back at his favorite restaurant, having a bit of a sippy, have a bit of a brewski, a booski. He spills a little bit, and he wants to grab some tissues, and he sees a picture with I guess which is the mother of the child, which might be his child, but also might just be a foster child. He kind of takes care of or something. I don't know. I'm still not entirely sure what it is, but
I couldn't tell you.
It's not that important. He just cares about the kid and wants him to be fine.
Yeah, at the very least, he is working for his grandpa, and this big cop guy has basically taken the role of his dad.
Yeah. He gets a call as well about the Black Dragon people, that they're currently quiet because they're laying low, obviously, after they were try to be taken in. And yeah, just keeping an eye out basically on all the different clans that are involved. And then the kid comes around, puts him his feet and his food on there, and he sees that Ma has something on his elbow. He's like, "Are you hurt?" He's like, "I don't know, am I?" And he can't like see it without a mirror because of his big arms. He's like, it's like right where I can't see it. And then he gets I think he gets like some tiger balm or something and just puts it on there as like a little treatment.
I think so too. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, and he's like, forget about it. Just give me some soy sauce, soya sauce. And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I got this thing. It's great for bruises. And it's like, I'm hungry though.
Yeah, they do eat a lot in this movie. It's like, we're almost hungry.
Sorry? We almost what?
They eat a lot in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're always like, we need something to eat.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's real.
But yeah, this is the thing we talked about earlier. It was like, oh, do you like this job? It's like, yeah. So did you meet Mom? It's like, yeah, she's well. Yeah, so yeah, he asked him, aren't you mad that she lives with someone else? Like, oh, it's none of my business. She has her own life.
See, that's kind of what I mean about
exactly.
Like, it sort of implies that if he's not the kid's father, then he at least like dated his mom.
Maybe.
Yeah, he tells him you're all grown up now. He's like, I'm 15 already. And he's like, oh, right. So if you're, well, sit down then. Here, have a drink. He's like, you're making me drink? I'm not going to drink. It's like, this is kind of...
My child's being unruly here, Jojo.
He's just having a little bit of fun. It's like, come on, have a drink. And it's like, I don't want some. It's like, oh, come here. And they just have a bit of a laugh, a little wholesome moment. It's nice.
Real nice. Gotta remember there are nice things going on here sometimes too.
Yeah. And now we're back at a gambling hall thingy. Because the one guy goes in and is like, "Here, I won something." It's like, "Ooh, you won
Oh,
big,"
this is the arcade.
but he says, "No, actually, I lost 100," which is it's too real. And then they crash through the wall with a car and they beat the shit out of this thing, which is this from the Isu
Yeah, East
gang?
gang. Yeah, they attacked them.
And yeah, they're just kind of fucking up the place.
Let's drove a car through their old place. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then the other guy. No, wait, the guy who went through the wall. That's Huang, right? Because
Huh?
the other the place is from
What do
the
you mean?
Isu gang, but the people that came through the wall is from the Huang people. I forgot their cartel name, but those are them.
No, these are Isu, right? So remember, Jang took the arcade, and this is the arcade.
Yeah.
So the Isu, they crashed the car through it because fuck these people, they took my shit. So
Oh, okay.
Give it the old Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now he's big mad, and they're Oh yeah, they are currently circling in towards the two of the three guys without the head honcho. Because they're out for some revenga.
Yeah, when they're supposed to be laying low.
Yep. It's like, fucking rats, you fucked around on my turf. It's like, uh-oh. The one guy already has his, yes, because the freak, the super freak guy, he has just a knife, and the other one has like his axe or hatchet or something. And they have a bit of a tussle going on. A trio of people arrives with Ma, and they just kind of go around. It's like, what are you doing? I told you not to cause problems. Piss off. He's like, oh, you had them right there, man. And yeah, now we have our first fight between some of our guys and two of the three guys. And we got a 2-on-1 with the with the hatchet guy. And our boy Ma is taking on the super freak. And what I like about these fights, they seem super real. Like, there's like dirty and kind of just you have a grab where you get control of the knife. You have a rear naked chokeholds. Like, you have a little tackle to the ground. Like,
They're not fancy.
There's nothing fancy here. It's just scrapping. They're just having good old throwing hands.
Yeah,
it feels like
the
the grabs he does seem like very like police grabs, like things you would learn to defend yourselves, right?
In close combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those martial art. I wanted to say judo, but judo's throwing people. He would have slammed his ass on the ground. It's,
Yeah.
It's a different one. But the hatchet guy,
Krav
you see,
Maga.
like, as soon as he realizes he's not winning the fight, he breaks away and just bolts.
Yeah, he's just trying to get away.
You're not winning a 2-on-1 most of the time.
Yeah. Like, he goes onto a roof and then climbs back down. They realize that's happening. It's like, look at this chump. Get back up here. But yeah, he calls the big head honcho. It's like, they got the other guy. It's like, what? Yeah, they taken him.
Suck rack.
We had to run in with the Isu gang. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, now they're interrogating him. And he's pretending like he can't speak any Korean. But they have a translator, so whatever. And they just kind of fuck around with him, just smack him on the head with like the folders they have. And it's like, stop fucking around with us, you fucking baldy. just yeah, they're just kind of doing the thing. I feel bad for like the translator guy. He's like, seems like a young one who has like no field experience or anything. He's just kind of there, and he's just gonna look at, what did you just say to me? And he's like, I called you a fucker. He's like, I'm a fucker? What a piece of work.
Like, the translator's also kind of taking everything the guy says at face value too.
Yeah.
Like, he's being like, he says he doesn't know.
It's like he wants a lawyer. He's like, oh, where's the lowdown enough for this prig? You chop up a person and want a lawyer. It's like, okay, boys, get him a lawyer. In the meantime, you see they cover up the camera in their office. I was like, uh-oh.
And they take the translator out. So come on.
Yeah. You may leave. Good work. He's like, he wants a lawyer. It's like, yep, I heard you. We'll take care of him.
Yeah, we got it. Don't worry, we'll get a lawyer that can translate also. We don't need you anymore.
And then they go to their box of fun, and he grabs a taser. And he's like, here, this is Mr. Tasey Tase Esquire.
Their new lawyer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, say hello. And he's like, ah. Oh. I was like, well, take a picture without his top on and put him in the cage. It's like, all right, let's go. So they have fun with him throughout the day because we cut and it's now dark. I was like, has he talked? He was like, oh yeah, he speaks very good Korean, actually.
It turns
Yeah,
out
these guys are not
learned
opposed to
Korean
torture.
within the span of the last hour.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
Just spill it. We're wasting time. And just goes, oh, you fat ass fuck, you fucking bore. He's like, should I chop you up too? He's like, hold still, you asshole, and just fucking gives him like a punch into the gut, like it in the liver area. Which, if you have a good punch with that's not nice.
Yeah.
Liver punch, kidney punch, don't feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, liver punch will just take you down. Like you're done.
And
Actually, you could just kill someone with a liver punch.
what I kind of find interesting here as well, like the guy is surprised these guys do this, even though they're cops. I was like, can cops do this? He's like, yeah, to kills like you, we totally can.
It's here too that they put like a little box over the security camera, right?
Yeah. But yeah, it's
Yeah, you have to wonder what kind of cops these guys dealt with in like China.
yeah.
Where like they're very upright. These guys are like, no, we deal with you guys all the time. We don't play the game. We play our game.
Yeah. I was like, oh, what should I do with
You gotta
you?
wonder. Like,
I
I
was
mean, I don't know that I would immediately assume that the Chinese police are like super on the level with stuff. I mean, not that
Well, I
I've ever
mean-
been arrested in either China or Korea, but like, man, like I know the Chinese government is not like super straightforward about how they do things, so I can only imagine that the police forces might not be either.
No, I don't mean like as a whole. I just mean the ones they dealt with.
Yeah.
Because like you have like different districts and like maybe there are some sketchy cops over here, but not over here.
Yeah, maybe.
well, the guy's trying to bite off his own tongue. So he's having
Yeah,
he's trying to protect himself somehow to not talk, but yeah, they stop
protect
him.
himself from his own boss. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, clearly you're really invested in not snitching on this guy because, like, let's face it, biting off your own tongue, that's a decision. Like,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
undo that one.
Oh boy. In any case, we go to the ceremony of the ESO gang's leader's mother, I think, right? She's like having like an
Yeah.
anniversary of sorts,
I think it's her birthday.
and it's just like, yeah, have a party, do a little piggy bag, have some funsies, har har har. But some guy with a mask comes in, and he just
Fire extinguishes the place.
exactly. For a moment, I was thinking, is he just gonna fucking poison everyone here? That's kind of crazy. But no, it's actually just to obstruse the camera feed and everything, because the big John Shang guy comes in because he's here to kill the leader of the Isu gang, which he successfully ends up doing.
Yeah, like the Yuzu Gang guy definitely takes the bait and sends all of his men after the dude with the fire extinguisher
Yeah.
who runs away. It's like, well,
Yeah.
you just left yourself totally unprotected in a room that people can't easily see into.
Yeah, there's only like 2 or 3 people left, and he makes pretty quick work of them.
Yeah, he can easily create one-on-ones because no one can see.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if
But
this
you
room was
know-
full, he is very dead. But
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's the thing that it's like I appreciate it when movies do things like that when you have a person fighting against really crazy odds. It's like if you do things like obscure vision, then every single gang up on you fight becomes, as you were saying, a series of one-on-ones that you can create just because the other people can't really see where you are.
Yeah,
And yeah,
that
and
is
clearly
like
this
how
guy
you.
is pretty good with close melee weapon combat. Like he's not bad at it, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you can just imagine how many people he's killed. It's just like, yeah, just anytime if it's possible, if it's multiple enemies against one, create one-on-ones. You have such a high chance of winning if you're pretty competent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It
I would
just
argue that not just for real fights, but for if you're making a movie. Like think about
yeah,
stuff like that because it makes it much more believable when you have a character who's like really getting things done in a melee fight. It's like having it be that there's perfect lines of sight between him and especially when there's other people around with guns. It's like the little things you do to make it a little bit more believable really do they stick in an audience's head even if the people don't exactly realize why. It's
yeah,
like there's just something a little bit more believable about like, oh yeah, I understand how this guy was able to do this successfully.
what was that movie? I haven't seen the whole Extraction 2, but the one in like the tiny train car room, it's like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no one can fucking move. You if you are halfway competent, you will win this because they're just
Yeah.
getting in each other's way.
Extraction is
Right?
really
So
good with those fights.
Yeah.
Those movies are great and they're really fun.
Yeah, I think
yeah, it's just
both of those were produced by the Russo brothers, I think, which is funny because they're
Mm.
like better than most of the movies those guys have
Yeah.
directed in the last little bit.
maybe it's just because they're rather simple, right? Because like if you want to make something really complicated, you need to be much more competent. But if you have something simple, it's much easier to execute that thing, even if you're not like the best at
Yeah.
the.
This is why John Wick becomes such a clown show. He's just in the middle of 17 people, and then they just all run up to him one after another with guns in their hands. It's like,
Well, I mean, we keep going back to the second you gave him a completely bulletproof
yeah.
tuxedo, it's like you killed a lot of the believability the movie has because
Oh, yeah.
even the people directing the action scenes got much more lazy about making it believable because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I mean, you can just take point blank shots to the face if he holds up his coattail. So let's have
Yeah,
more
which is
situations where he's getting shot point blank in the face and blocking it with the coattail of his suit.
Yeah, I mean, they have
which is
like, it's like in the fourth one where two of them have them, and then just have their suit in front of their face and stand in front of each other and go like, pew, 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 pew. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, you
it's
guys
that
don't realize
situation
what you're
with
doing to the stakes when like there's
yeah.
still a
Yeah.
lot of really good choreography and stunt work happening in those movies, but it's like the believability just took such a nosedive after two.
John Wick 1,
Because like
that's where it's at.
Yeah.
you have to imagine like even with a bulletproof suit, you're feeling it, right? Getting shot in a bulletproof suit, it's like, oh yeah, you didn't
And
die,
that's the
but you're
thing,
done.
not the John Wick ones. The John Wick ones, it's just they absorb the bullet and it's not like nothing happened.
Well, that's
Yeah,
that's the crazy part. They make a point of saying, "Oh, still very painful though," but they that never translates that into anything. It's fucking stupid.
yeah, because like the payoff would be, oh, I should have died here, but I only got shot. Ow, I'm in a lot of pain. Instead of I am invincible. It's like, no, even like actual bulletproof vest, you get shot in that shit. That shit fucking hurts.
Everybody watch Extraction 1 and 2 though. Those are good action movies.
Yeah, I need to see the second one. The first one impressed me so much because like the fight scenes are really good, and I watched like a Navy SEAL break it down, and he was really impressed with a lot of the techniques. He was like, "Yeah, no, someone's wearing body armor, you get close to them and you shoot down their neck
Yep.
because they're not wearing
That's
armor over their neck."
And that's the thing that I think, like everyone who I have a discussion with about the John Wick movies and why it's like, yeah, like I mean, I don't know, like I still find them fun enough to watch and like kind of turn my brain off and watch the cool choreography and everything, but I don't like them as much as I initially did because they throw those things out the window. And it's like, well, but I mean, but all the stuff happening is really cool. I was like, the cool stuff happening though is much more cool when it seems like it's things that people can actually do if they're really
Hmm.
skilled. And
Yeah,
Extraction does that better than John Wick.
It's really cool
Even
when he
though
gets
they're like
run over
kind
by
of similar.
17 cars and then jumps out of the second story onto another car. Yeah, it's really cool. I don't like these movies.
but yeah, just like having like I'm not one of those people who thinks like, oh, everything needs to be realistic, but like people tend to underestimate how cool like real shit is. Like you're not like a fucking Navy SEAL because oh I just shoot people. It's like no, I am trained to do it extremely well,
Yep.
and everything I do is extremely efficient and actually looks really cool. It's just scary because you could die. But like outside of that context of me dying in that situation, it looks really cool.
Yeah, and I mean, like even like things like Extraction and stuff, and even stuff like the Raid that do a pretty decent job of having it be like well choreographed action that doesn't feel like it's turned into a cartoon. Even though a lot of like crazy shit goes down in the Raid too, it like
Mm-hmm.
that. There's something very engaging about when you're watching it. It's just like, man, these guys are very, very talented, and I can tell that some of this is movie choreography to make things look extra cool, but it's still grounded in a level of believability that keeps you thinking, yeah, man, these guys are just really that skilled. And
Mhm.
like I said, John Wick's kind of, it just got to the point where it's like, well, I mean, Donnie Yen and Keanu Reeves are very skilled at what they're doing, but also the way this movie is being choreographed and shot, it just like they clearly don't care. They've turned them all into superheroes, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just less fun. Like it can still be kind of fun, but it's significantly less fun than when you got that level of, oh man, yeah, that was awesome because I believe it.
Yeah, there's a mismatch between the stakes of the movie and what the characters can do, and that's like pretty bad. Because like if you watch Avengers, like yeah, none of them can do this shit, but the stakes kind of match that vibe. But when you go to John Wick, it's like you're down here, but you're doing stuff way up here. The discrepancy gets in the way.
Hmm. But like, I guess to bring it back to this movie goes the opposite route, and it's like not flashy choreography at all. It like really sticks to being quite grounded, and that keeps the stakes of this film quite high.
Oh yeah, every fight's really messy, or it's over in a second. Right? It's either
Mhm.
if we're actually getting in a fight, it's a mess, or we are ending the fight right now.
No, we will get to the bathroom battle.
Oh,
That's a messy fight. It's just a fight.
Oh yeah,
Really
like
fun.
that is. Yeah, well, let's not jump the gun, but yeah, it is. It is a
Yeah.
messy one.
Well, we go back to our police boys. They see on the tally that shit's been going down, and now the ESO gang leader has been fucked up as well, and it's been a fight between two rival gangs. The captain points out, "Well, what the fuck is the point even of this? We're short-staffed. The one kid left us. Like, what are we even supposed to do? We don't have any support from the locals because they're scared shitless. We're also short-staffed in general. Like what's even the point of this unit right now?" And it's just a little bit of tension because they've been working non-stop. And then, as we were pointing out earlier, they make a point of even if we deport these fucks out of here, they just get a new ID and just come back and do more shit. So yeah, there's basically almost no point in doing any of this because they're just gonna repeat the cycle.
yeah. Basically, how they had it was working. It was not good, but it was working. And then these three guys come in and fuck everything up.
Yeah. And the captain gets frustrated. He's like, it's about arresting two fucking people. Like, if you have the time to talk back, like, why you not working more on this? Like, what are we doing here? Like, why is everybody so tense? Like, Ma tries to, like, not dampen the moods, heighten the spirits, or just de-escalate. And the one guy just says, "Oh, you pompous bastards!" Like, what the fuck you say to me? Come here, I'm gonna fuck you up. It's like, come on, be cool. Like, it's just cooler heads prevail. And then he talks to him outside. It's like, okay, listen, these guys haven't been home in like 2 weeks. We've been through this before. They haven't been like through this like we have. We've been doing this for 15 years. Like, I need you to be not a captain for a bit. Like, let me just deal with them. You deal with the other stuff you're good at. So yeah, stop nagging them, and we'll figure this out. And then the one guy comes out. Well, the police commissioner wants to see you. The chief wants to see you. It's like, okay, you too, Ma. It's like, the fuck he wants with me, and just goes there annoyed. It's like, fucking hell, why me? And
Yeah, I didn't do anything, man.
basically, homicide is here because the suspect they're after right now is on China's most wanted list. It's like, oh shit.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah, and then they learn it's like
We got an important Chinese gangster
Yeah.
fucking shit up here. Amazing.
They got an official document on him. His name is Jiang Chen. He was an enforcer in the Harbin gang. of about 300 men. It's like, Harbin? Like, why is he here then? And they say it's like, yeah, in 2000 his boss was arrested and received the death penalty. It's like, oh, okay, that's not fun. And then he smuggled in via Busan. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Was he on the train to Busan?
He was a king zombie.
It's
And
actually a zombie gang.
yeah, basically, there's like, yep, the case has been transferred to homicide. It's like, wait, why? Because I got shit on by the commissioner, and now they're doing a thing. It's like, oh, why you do this? We were almost ready for a sweep. And then Ma is like being a bit cheeky. He's like, Captain, you didn't brief him on our operation? And he kind of looks at him. He's like, fuck are you talking about? And he's like, oh yeah, of course, the operation. It's like, oh yeah, huh. And then tells him, oh gee, we originally only have to have 3 perpetrators, but it's bigger now. We're talking about around 25. And the homicide guy is like, oh, he's selling snake oil. And he's like, shut up, buddy. And just keeps talking to the other guy. And he's telling him, yeah, we're making some preparations to get these people there. We just need a chance to do it. Also, this is a chance for you, Chief, to be on the front page of the newspapers. Like, oh, interesting.
He'll do a sense of vanity.
So, how many arrests? And it's like, oh, 5 or 6, like 25, at least 25 or more. It's like, oh, you know what? It was hard wrangling them up. But the op is ripe for picking. So now you just need to give us time to harvest. So yeah, just give us some more time to get this shit done. And he even says, if we don't catch him, I'll quit the force. And he's like, oh, the homicide guy, he's just talking bullshit. It's like, oh, you heard him what the prick said. It's like, buddy. I don't know what they translated it to buddy. He's probably saying like fucker or something. I don't know. And they almost get into like a scrap. It's like, I'll show you what I got. It's like, yeah. Like, whatever, I bet you drops on this, get them, or you're done. It's like, okay, give us 10 days. 10 days it is, starting now. He's like, yes, sir, thank you. And then Marc goes to the homicide guy. Captain, let's have a word. That's quite enough. I'm sorry about this. Let's shake it and make up. He's like, oh, okay, and just kind of squeezes his hand, like really tightly. He's like, ow, ah. It's like coming to our home and stirring shit up. Just leaves.
Oh, what did I do?
Power handshake, assertion of dominance.
Yeah.
Good move.
I was like, oh, well, I guess you're not getting
fair,
your promotion now. It's like, oh, it doesn't matter what hell we're going to get 25 gangsters. I was like, talking it easy. How do we get them? Sure you can get them? It's like, of course. And then a boy comes here from intelligence asking, how is your face? Like, oh, it's better. It's like, you're free to come back. Intelligence is boring, sitting and typing all day. And Ma just says, oh, I know a plastic surgeon, by the way. If you need one, let me know. He can make you a completely new person. And the captain decides to, why don't you go then? There then. It's like, just a bit of banter, funny stuff. Then we see Chang talk to another big wig. Who's that guy again? I forgot, if I'm being completely honest.
His name comes up later, but it's a guy who owns a hotel and a con man.
Right.
And basically, there's like people in front of their building site, and also their a rival. And so this guy wants to get Mr. Zhang to get rid of all of them because he's very good at that.
So they have a meeting because he wants that Huang guy assassinated, and they just kind of talk about, have some food, some shrimp and some lobster. Looks pretty tasty. I'm getting hungry because there's so much food in this movie.
Oh yeah, they got that messy seafood. It's like, oh
yeah.
Okay, you need gloves for it?
I want one in my mouth. Put that fish in my mouth. I mean, what? But yeah, they kind of barter a little bit. Like, 500k is not enough. I need 1 mil. It's like, okay, I'll give you 100 in advance, like, I need more than that. It's like, no, you don't. That's our first deal, so I need insurance, so that's what you get. The other one gets kicked because he's trying to be assertive, but he's not really. But the other guy, who looks a bit older and probably has been through more, he's just not really faced by this guy. He's like, yeah, you can be as threatening as you want. I got all the money here, so fuck off.
Yeah, like if you kill me, like you're not getting shit.
Yeah.
So.
In the meantime, the lieutenant guy, who's now working for him, he calls someone. Basically, he's telling the other guys where he is. And they are getting raided by the Huang people. And it's like, oh, what the shit? And the other guy, he gets stabbed once, but they end up getting away because he just jumps through the window because it's the only way out. It was like, okay, that was a bold strategy, but I guess it worked. And
he's not winning that fight.
Yeah, he's
right. Like
he dips.
I appreciate that. Like he is a dangerous guy, but like there's about 10 dudes coming through that door.
Yeah,
I'm not winning.
One of the Huang guys gets into the car briefly and stabs the other guy. The lieutenant guy who betrayed him, what he doesn't know yet, he's on the shotgun seat, and he gets a knife out. It's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, and he gets blocked a little bit. The guy who gets stabbed in the back, he gets him into like a chokehold, which gives time for our boy Shang to stab him, and says like, who ordered you? And he's like, just fucking kill me. And he doesn't actually snitch on the guy who ordered him. But now Lieutenant Guy is bad. He got the bad ending. He got his boss got killed. Then he tried to make good with them. Gets captured by Huang. Gets tortured a bit. Gets drowned. Tries to kill the guy. Fails. Gets stabbed and died. And also gets cucked on top of it. So yeah, not a good couple of weeks for that guy.
His whole arc was really sad.
Yeah.
Shit went down the drain really fast.
Oh yeah. But yeah, our antagonists, they're wounded. They're down one person. The other guy has been stabbed, and we only have the one big guy left. So looking a bit less good for them. Anyway, our boy Ma goes to Huang's place, and he's like, can I talk to the guy? He's like, huh, what? He's like, where's Huang? I want to talk to him. It's like, oh, this is a bad time. Just leave us. It's the big dude we saw earlier. And he's just trying to like shove him off because like, oh, whatever, just go away. We're dealing with something with us. It's like, does he take me for a bitch dick? He's like, what'd you say, sir? It's like, I'm not in the mood. Like, leave us alone. And then he just slaps him in the face.
Well, he punches him in the
punches
face.
him in the face this time, yeah.
Knocks him out in one hit, though. Like
out cold.
Yeah. Calls him a motherfucker and goes to Huang's office. It's like, hey, what's up?
It's like, this guy's big enough that I'm closing the fist.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I slap him, he's not. He will probably fight back. So let's just end this now.
Yeah. He goes in there, puts like a bag on the counter, on the desk, like, how dare you defy me? I told you to stay put. It's like, what do you want me to do? It's like, fucking not do anything while he kills one of my own. And it's like, oh, what was your plan? You want to fucking kill him in broad daylight? Oh, what a fucking fantastic plan. Good shit. And he also brings him a stab-proof vest, which is gonna be coming in as Chekhov's vest.
Chekhov's vest, yeah.
Chekhov's vest.
Chekhov's vest.
And he doesn't. I'll find peace only when I get him and take his hand as revenge for my guy. And it's like, yeah, you better start wearing that vest so you don't get fucking stabbed on me. So yeah, he's just kind of angry at him for all that bullshit. Back in the shop, the other guy, of the trio gets patched up by some doctor. Head honcho Chang gets angry at wife because he thinks she knows anything about the husband, but all she knows is that someone came to her house from Huang's people, and that's that. And that's all the information he can get out of her by beating her a little bit and pushing her around. So he's a cool guy. He's a nice, cool guy for sure.
Yeah, he's totally not every bad kind of person you could be.
Yeah. I guess she can be happy she still has both her hands and legs. So, yeah, didn't chop those off.
Yeah.
Well, we need information and help. So we go to Chinatown, rally some of the people together, and it's like, well, as you know, Black Dragon is out of control, and they cause a lot of grievance for everybody, but we need your help. We don't know who he is. Would be best if you could take like pictures or anything. So yeah, we need your help. Come to us. Thank you. And they're like, whatever. We're kind of scared, and they just kind of beat the shit out of us. So what the fuck you want me to do? I'm leaving. And then the boy that Ma has been taken care of, or his boy, or whatever he is, we're not sure actually. It's like, oh, stop being bitches, basically. It's like, you're gonna be victims forever. You better stand up for yourself, or this will never change. And that makes them help now. And you get like a little montage of them getting all kinds of information and them taking pictures of people. Which is a little bit later, but I'm just gonna say it right now. They just take a couple of pictures and get them to our guys to figure out who's people, who's where, what lieutenants are dealing with what places, so they can sweep them up.
Yeah, and the kid actually brings up a really good point that I think probably convinced a lot of people. It's like, Mr. Whoever the fuck he said, you wear a fucking stab-proof vest to work every day.
Yeah.
I can't afford one. What am I gonna do?
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, yeah, we can take, if we don't take care of our community, a lot of people are probably gonna die. So why don't we do something about it?
Absolutely.
And to be fair, like, they are asking for a very little amount from these people. It's not like, oh, fight back. So just take pictures so we can identify them.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
They don't even need to be good pictures, just to be seen at least, so we can get this done. The two left over from the Black Dragon, they're just kind of hanging out in the initial place we've seen them. And the guy who's been stabbed still gets sent to collect money, apparently. It's like, oh, did you do this? Like, oh, you got anything else? Like, no, so it's all right. Seems like the one guy is not super happy right now because he's got stabbed, and they're losing control quickly. But our boy Chang doesn't really seem to be that annoyed by it or that phased. And then we get the montage of all the people just fucking shit up, and pictures being taken, information being exchanged with the police people so they can see where it is. And they see it's like, well, it's 26 people, so Ma was actually pretty much on the dot. And it's like they control the whole area. One member takes over as manager, and then they bring their own men. And yeah, as I said, they counted 26 so far. It's like, yeah, you were right in the money. And now the problem is, okay, we need to get them all at once, because if one gets captured and the word gets out, they just start to flee. So we need to make a big sweep operation with everything. So yeah, that's the idea so far, and we're gonna rally the troops here in a little bit. Anyway, the young'un from earlier, who's now in intelligence, is here to talk to the boss man, to the Ma man. And he tells him, well, we got Chinese officers arriving next week. They're taking the guy you took in with him. He's gonna go back to China, and he is gonna get the death penalty at least. And it's a direct order from the commissioner. So yeah, that's That's a bit annoying because he probably has still a bunch of good information they want to try to get out of him. But with this, they can't really do a lot unless they do a little bit of shenanigans.
Basically, their timeline has just shortened. What
Yes.
was like probably like 7 days now? It's like you don't have that much time. We got to move because if we lose this guy, we're in deep shit.
Yeah. So now they
have a ruse.
they have a
which I
clever
guess-
ruse planned, a sly trick. Because Ma tells the guys, if you tell me now what's going on, I'm gonna put you in a Korean prison and you'll be out in a couple of months or something. So yeah, think about it. But he doesn't take that bait. So they get put into a police car where they get taken to the airport. And the two...
It is.
Yes?
Before you get to that part, it is kind of interesting because if you look at the guy's face, he looks concerned. He's like, "Fuck! If I go to a Chinese prison, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna fucking die." So I think it did like kind of resonate with him, but that was not the goal of this.
No. But yeah, the two police guys, those are the guys who were in the yellow outfits earlier. And they're just kind of playing the policemen, the Chinese policemen, or officers, whatever. And he opens up a little thing, and some white powder gets out. It's like, oh. And they basically talk about, it's like, oh man, there's like no one here to distribute for us. We can smuggle things so super easily because we don't get controlled as officers and stuff like that. And the guy takes the bait. It's like, oh, maybe I can be in service. It's like, oh, what can you do? It's like, whatever you can imagine. And they arrive at the airport and they give him a number. It's like, all right, if you get everything set up, call us and we'll make some cash together. And he's off to the boss man. And they get picked up by Ma and the other guy. Where we talk about the clever ruse. It's like, oh, did he bite? It's like, yeah, he did it. He got a number. He's gonna call us whenever he's ready. It's like, awesome. And he gives him some more cash, and they say, "Oh, we're not doing this for the cash." It's like, oh, in that case, we can just give it back. It's like, no, it's fine. This is fine. It's fine.
Like, oh, we're good people. It's like, oh, they give back. Well, we do need this.
You still need the money, though. So yeah, the guy goes back to the boss man immediately. And there's a bit of tension because he thinks that's just too good to be true. It's like, oh, so you think those were like real officers? And it's like, I mean, they sure looked like that. I'm pretty sure. And also, I have a little sample here, and he tests it, and apparently they get some real cocaina to check it as a thing. It's like, yep, they got 100 kilos of that, and we can smuggle it easy peasy. But yeah, I do like that the big boss man is like, that seems like super suspicious.
Yeah, pretty fucking convenient.
Yeah, that's super convenient. It got you out of trouble and makes us money. That's crazy. Like, do you have anything to prove that with? And he's like, yeah, got some
Probably bullshit.
Got some stuff here. I was like, all right, let's do it. Like, he even tells the other guy to get the axe because he suspects him of snitching, basically, and being like a front man for the police to capture him. But
I don't wonder, like, who would win that fight.
Oh, I kind of want to see that
insane.
fight between those two. God, there's more food on screen. Why are they so cruel? I haven't even done any steps today. I can't eat that much.
I watched this movie at peak sickness, and it gave me the push I needed to order some food from the Japanese restaurant around the corner from my
Nice.
house, just because I was like, oh, miso soup would really hit the spot right now, actually. Jojo.
I gotta learn how to make that. Oh, it's so good.
I mean, I know how to make miso soup. I just did not have like
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
handy for it. But
Also, you were sick. It's absolutely
yeah, like,
understandable.
and that was kind of the thing. I was like, I don't even know if I have the energy to cook something for myself. But if soup that'll be nice for my sore throat just shows up at my door, that'd be great. Hey, Jojo. I'm getting puppy kisses.
Well, they're prepping in the station. While our two actors, actor man or front man for the police, like just shoving food in their faces. They get a call by the guys like, "Oh, the boss said yes. What are you doing? Oh, we hang out. We meet up at the hostess bar 9 p.m. Blah blah blah. Be there." It's like, okay, cool. It's like, yep, they'll be there. It's on. It's like, oh, perfect. Okay, we got a lot of prep to do. Let's get a move on. We need to get as many people as possible so we can round up everyone in one go. And that's what's gonna happen here soon. They go to all the
I
different.
was muted and blew my nose. Got one cough and one nose blow, but I've been better at muting for the whole rest of it.
And yeah, we would just get a little bit of a montage of sorts where all the different people are getting captured in the different areas.
It's also
Yeah.
just real quick. It's important to note that they specifically said that like they could not get SWAT, right? So basically, it's patrols and some people they found on the street.
Yeah, pretty much. They
Because obviously, if they have SWAT, it's like, oh, we have guns. This is piss easy now. But we couldn't get that.
Yeah. We see our boy Shang just walking through the streets menacingly, stopping all the cars. They check him out. They tell the people they're here. They've already captured a whole bunch of other people off screen. Obviously, we don't show every single one of them because there would be 26, so we're not doing that. But yeah, the crazy guy arrives here. We got the police people here, the fake police people. It's like, oh, here we are. I'm going to introduce you. Hello, everybody. And snap goes the trap. We got those boys as well. But they realize Shang is not even here. So what is he up to? Well, he has been looking into the Huang guy, and he's going to his club, his hotel, trying to fuck him up. So while all this other operation is going on, he has his own little group raiding that place. And we see the big chungus man getting stabbed to shit. Big F's for big man. And
He dies horribly.
The only man who deserved the closed fist.
yeah. And yeah, Shang is now going after Huang, and he's kind of trying to get him. And he just runs away because he realizes, yeah, I'm one, I'm not armed at all, and two, he's probably gonna kill me anyway, even if I would be armed. So I'm just trying to get away as far as possible. And we soon realize he's basically just making his way to the police station.
Which, I mean, not a bad move.
No, it's not.
Really smart, honestly.
Unfortunately for him, one of the cars doesn't brake in time, so he gets a bit of a fucked up leg, so he can't run as fast.
Yeah.
So he's kind of hobbling.
Yeah, pretty close.
God, I need sleep. Jesus Christ. Towards the police station, and yeah, but he gets caught up. But he also still has the stab-proof vest, which is the reason he's not just getting stabbed immediately. Also, there's also a scene earlier where another guy gets stabbed, and the guy who's stabbing the guy with a vest, it's so gross to even think about. He has like a full swing, but because there's this vest, like his hand moves, but it moves towards the blade, and it goes like flunch. It's like, ugh.
Yeah,
it's so brutal.
Yeah, and even Huang here, he blocks the stab to the neck or the face with his bare hands, so he just holds the blade, which is like, oh, gross.
I mean, yeah, still better than getting stabbed directly in the face, though.
Oh, for sure. This is the reason he lives, and he's close enough to the police station that people see he's here, and we even got the youngin who's intelligence now. He sees Huang and he tails him. And immediately calls Marc like, I got him here. He's here in the recycling center. It's like, oh shit, just stay there. I'll be right there. And
don't do anything.
Yeah. And he tells the other ones as well. It's like, oh, he's there. Go, let's keep going. Let's go. So they quickly make their way. And it's like, the cops are ransacking everything. This is a conversation between the other two. Yeah, we gotta go like right now. Like they got us. We're completely screwed up. So the plan seems to work pretty well. The only one who's still out and about is the big head honcho and his second in command, because he's the only one
One of the
left.
two underlings, yeah.
Yeah.
The two goons, if you will.
And the kid is just kind of watching them. They kind of hear the vibration of his phone. He kind of quickly turns it off, so he doesn't get seen immediately, but he realizes they're about to go. So he equips himself with an empty gas canister or gas barrel or something. And
I mean,
yeah,
it's something I recommend anytime you're in any sort of self-defense scenario.
grab
weapon
something
in hand
yeah.
immediately. Anything that can even resemble a weapon a little bit, because yes, it will be better than you trying to go barehanded.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially when you know people have knives. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
And
I
he's
mean,
about to get run
keys,
over,
pen,
but
whatever you got.
our boy Ma, he arrives just in time to block the car with his car, and he gets fucked up a little bit. Imagine that being affected by a car crash in a movie. Isn't that insane?
Everyone in this crash is affected by it.
Yeah.
Like no one just kind of shrugs it off, and it's like, oh, now I'm here, save the day, amazing. It's
Yeah.
like even Ma is like, oh.
Yeah, we even have like the awkward thing where they can't get out of the car. Like it's like the cars are like blocked off. Like the doors are like kind of bent, so it's kind of hard for them to even open them and get out. So they just awkwardly have to climb to the other door and get out there. Yeah. Anyway, one of the underlings tries to attack Ma, but he just gets fucked up pretty much instantly. Like he's been stabbed recently anyway, so he's not at full capacity. But it's just a funny image. He's trying to fight him, but he just kind of punches him in the face twice, and then he just picks him up and slams him onto the hood.
It's like the level 50 character going up against the level 20 enemy. It's like, yeah, you're kind of high level if I just started the game, but guess what?
And then the kid goes after Jay, right? Because like you're trying to catch them both, and he like beats the shit out of him and runs because he can't, because cops are already on
the cops are here, and he's like, okay, I gotta run, and unfortunately, he ends up being in the restaurant of our boys.
Yeah, God, this scene was harrowing, man.
Yeah,
so scary.
Oopsie. No.
And I mean, like honestly, it didn't go how I expected it would, because I figured Ma would show up in time before anything terrible happened, at least like to the kid. But
yeah,
now this doesn't go well. Like it's pretty dark, this whole sequence.
Yeah, it's like his presence alone is worrying enough. He was just some water, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, we're closed. And he's like, huh? And then he gets his phone. It's like, yeah, I totally killed the guy. I need the money. Thank you. He totally didn't kill Huang, by the way. So he just still wants to get the money, and it looks like he doesn't want to kill them initially. Like, I think he just wants to hide out here for a bit. But then he sees the pictures that have been taken of his guys, and he's like, oh, you fuckers. I
would maybe not have kept those out and as easily accessible.
Yeah, it was a bit like, oh.
Especially because you know that those guys have walked in there before. Like, it's like they have been to this place, which means they might come in again, which means if they take a look at the guest book and see a bunch of photographs of themselves, things could get bad real quick, and that is precisely what happens.
Exactly what happens. But yeah, he basically trashes the place, the kid, and the old guy. I don't think they die, they just get beat up quite badly.
Yeah, they both get put in the hospital.
Yeah, they get put in the hospital.
Yeah, which I was so happy when I saw them being put in the ambulance. I was like, oh man, thank God. Because I honestly thought the kid was dead.
Yeah, me too.
Once it's clear that Ma got there too late to actually stop him from doing anything, I was like, oh no, we lost the boy.
Yeah. He also tries to call Ma, but he's also already on the phone with another guy who gives him information. So that's also, a bit unlucky.
Yeah, it was so sad.
Huang calls him. He just tells him to give up the hotel and stuff. But then he sees the restaurant, and there's like blood, and it's like, oh, now he's gonna fucking get it. I'm gonna get the fucking guy.
He's like, even if the kid's not dead, we've still put Ma into revenge mode.
Oh yeah, they beat the fuck out of him. It's like no, this isn't may or may not be my kid, but it's my kid. You
Yeah.
don't touch him. Because I'm pretty sure he threatened the leader of the Isu gang when he took the money. It's like, you touch him, I kill you. He keeps that money. So
Yeah. I mean, even if it's a Joel situation, Chad Dad did nothing wrong.
Ooh.
Wait, who's that guy who gets captured now? I'm blanking.
I forgot his name. He's not like super important, but he is the con man.
Yeah, the financier guy.
Oh,
the
right,
con man.
right, yeah.
Yeah, the other guy was the
Guan,
business guy.
Guan,
This is
something
the
like that.
con guy.
Something with a G.
Guac.
Guac,
Guac.
yeah. I remember it being kind of a strange name.
Yeah.
Guac, draw Mark the Cyborg in Studio Ghibli style.
It does sound like an AI name, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
I mean, just because it sounds like.
But yeah, I guess they make him actually get the money to pay the guy, right? That's the idea, because he's now here waiting for him.
Yeah, I think the idea is Huang got to him, and the last favor was, you need to set this up
Yeah.
so we can get him. And then Huang gets him back, and I don't think it ends well for this guy.
Yeah, he's like, oh, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, oh, you can just get the money from everywhere because you can't get all that. You can't get 100K, 2 million cash, 1 million cash on the plane. So there's a checkbook. You can just withdraw it from anywhere. He's like, okay, I guess. Then he takes it and he goes to the airport to book a flight. And he goes to the bathroom, and we're in the final action scene. Because we finally get the confrontation between this guy and our boy Ma.
Yeah, this gives the Mission Impossible Fallout scene a run for its money.
Right. Like he's just cleaning himself up because he has like blood on his head and everything. It's like, all right, let me put him a little bit of fresh clothes, some shirt and a jacket because I'm dirty because I've been fighting a whole lot.
Yeah, and I feel like if you're covered in dirt and bleeding, getting through airport security might be a little tricky.
Yeah. And of course, he gets out of his bathroom stall. Who's waiting at the in here? It's Ma, just asking, "You all done?" I was like, "Oh, shame about that ticket, because you won't be able to use it." He also says, "Why did you use so much paper? You don't even pay taxes here." And then he asks him if he's alone. He's like, "Yeah, I'm still single." It's like he is just none of this bullshit.
Yeah, he's being sassy.
Yeah, but then they go straight to fight. He comes out swinging. He grabs his hand immediately, smashes him into the wall. It's like his fighting style. He does like all the grabs and stuff.
Yeah, it's the thing that I always tell people, because people are always like, "Oh yeah, big people can't fight because bodybuilders can't fight." It's like, no, bodybuilders can't fight because they don't train. You don't fight someone who knows how to fight who's bigger than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's
I
dumb.
as a small guy who does fight training, I can confirm that it is not fun fighting a guy who is bigger than you and knows how to fight.
But I saw Ellie. She can just knock someone over that's like twice her size with big muscles.
Yeah, okay.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
I hate when they do that. You need to put a lot of work in that shit to make it believable, which they didn't do in that case. But here, of course, he's just, when he gets to grab him, he just manhandles him. Like he gets like punched and elbowed a couple of times, but he's just so much stronger and has like these grips and everything. So yeah, he does like the occasional kick even when he's down. Throws him to some glass in the bathroom and stuff like that. It's a pummeling. He pummels him pretty harshly. Not without fighting back. Like the other guy does like some good stuff where he kicks his legs that makes him fall over, like losing his balance, which is a smart thing to do when you fight against a bigger guy. Like going for the legs, probably a good choice. Going to like another stall that has like brooms in it, and he just kind of takes one of those and starts swinging at Ma, but he dodges, grabs the thing. He even like punches through it, breaks it, and then punches him in the face. And yeah, they just basically use everything they have in here and can grab to just punch each other with. But he actually does a judo throw here in one instance. So
Fucking
yeah,
hurts.
a whole bunch of like just real things. Like there's no over the top. Like they're not doing any no hurricane ranas or wrestling moves or stuff. It's just
Yeah.
grappling, punching, grabbing things. Like he grabs like a shard off of the floor, tries to stab
Yeah,
him.
and I mean, if anything, I think that threat is the thing that Chad Dad I don't think took seriously enough here, because once the guy's on the ground around all that much broken glass, I would have been like very concerned that he'd be picking up a shard of it, like,
and he gets
and
stabbed.
very ready to have. Yeah, I mean that's the
He gets
thing.
cut
It's
and
like,
stabbed.
Yeah.
like I would be super ready for him to pick up one of those shards of glasses and take a swing with it.
Yeah.
I'd almost be baiting it and trying to counter as opposed to just standing my ground.
Yeah, but he does do the thing as soon as he gets the glass. I mean, he gets cut the first time because like he didn't take it seriously initially, and then once he sees it, the first thing he does is try to isolate an arm, but he changes hands with the glass, and then this part's so brutal.
Yeah, you could see like he works on that arm. He just kind of and then he gets
pulls out.
Yeah, and the guy
It
just
breaks
screams
his
as well.
wrist, and then
He's like, ah!
Psychopath villain is not nearly as tough in this scene once his wrist gets snapped
Yep.
and then he gets dragged by it. It's like, oh man, yeah, that
Gets
would be
handcuffed
brutal pain.
to the pee stall. There's like a thing with like grabbings on there, and he
Probably
just,
for like older people.
yeah, he just yells at him, "You fucking bitch!" Ah, and then he just fucking knocks him out.
Yeah.
It's such a
It's
satisfying
like you just
punch.
presented your face for a solid right cross to the jaw, man.
Also, good point from Magi in chat. When he cuffs the broken arm, it's also brutal. Yeah, just break the arm and then cuff it to something. It's like, ooh.
Yeah, I don't think he like realigned it when he cuffed it. He was cuffed, fucked up. So
Yes,
it's just
yeah.
But then he punched him and probably fucked up his arm even more. Like I would not be surprised if that arm needs a lot of surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's never writing legibly ever again.
Well, he's getting the death penalty, so.
I guess it doesn't
He
need to
still
write
might be
anything
able to
anymore.
write a last will and testament or something. It's just going to be very hard to read because his wrist isn't going to work right.
Yeah. GG for a boy. I like that he's like out of breath after the fight. As well. It's like, oh god, it's like, because fighting is really exhausting.
Yeah.
Which is why another reason why the raid is so fucking awesome, when they like fight each other for like 4 minutes at like high speeds, and then all three are like, okay, we all need to breathe here for a bit. It's just like a pause. It's good stuff.
Yeah, because you don't pace yourself during a fight because death.
Yes, exactly.
Is coming up. So it's just all out for that entire duration, and like because like you see not in some things, but like sometimes you have to fight for an extended period, and then like the fight's over, people will just collapse. So like body chemicals turn off. We're done. We survived.
Even like removing striking from the mix, like if you're rolling hard, a 4-minute jujitsu like match is so unbelievably exhausting. Like you're just done by the end of it if you're both going all out.
Oh yeah, like in wrestling, the kind of conditioning they put you under is like you wouldn't think it's like proportional because you have to run like miles and miles and miles. But like 4 minutes on a mat is a long fucking time because it's all out for 4 minutes.
Yeah. Also, like pro wrestling, obviously, like the WWE stuff. Like if they do like long matches for like 30 minutes, like Jesus Christ, how do you even get that kind of cardio? That's crazy. Like I'd probably run
the long jogging helps.
I'd probably run the ropes 3 times. It's like Jesus Christ, I need a break because those rings can get big as well. So you do like 5, 6, 7 steps in between. PCP helps, of course. Yeah, obviously.
I was about to say, brought back the PCP, baby.
But yeah, he comes out, he's stabbed, he puts something on his wound, just a little bit of thing. I like how he gives the bloody tissue to him. It's like, here, get rid of this for me, thank you.
Yeah, he's just like, okay, like I did the most work I'm gonna be doing tonight. I'm going home.
Yeah.
Like, go to the ER. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go.
I got punched in the face. I got
But
stabbed.
I love the interaction between the airport staff and the captain now too. They're just like, "Hey, yeah, so I mean, it's great that you caught the guy, but
Yeah.
also we're gonna need some insurance information
Yeah.
because that bathroom is like destroyed." He's like, "Oh, well, we just arrested this like extremely dangerous criminal." They're like, "Great, we still need your insurance
Yeah.
information."
She says like something specific is kind of funny. It's like, oh, there was a lot of damage. We'll need to claim it. She's like, we're serious crimes unit. We can do this later. And she just kind of blocks his step. He's like, you must be so tired. We'll need to claim the damages. May I get your ID?
Yeah, like she's trying to be so polite. She's just like, no, seriously though. Like,
Yeah.
we are happy that you solved the crime, but like someone does need to pay for this bathroom now, and it's not going to be the airport.
Yeah.
Like this is very expensive. You understand? Like
Anyway, he gets a call from Huang, asks if he sorts this out. It's like, oh, I don't owe you anything now, so there you go. And then he says, like, kiddo, let's go get Mr. Wan, which is someone, maybe? I'm not entirely sure.
I think that's a business guy. I
Yeah.
think Huang's like he is cleaning house, if you will.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. That makes
Isn't that
sense.
guac?
Guac, yeah, but I think Juan, the other guy, is the business guy. They have guac.
Yeah,
Ah.
they're looking for one. But yeah, they got a couple of more of the people they captured, and they put them all in this little in their little fucking hut station. They have like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
We have the crazy guy here. He's been beat up as well. Like he has a bloody nose. And he's like, I'm hungry. But apparently he says it like in Chinese. And we got the kid here now, and he just knocks him on the head with like a folder. It's like, speak Korean.
Like, I know you speak Korean. Stop it. We already caught you on that lie.
Yeah. So I guess he wants to get back in here. I guess he has overcome his fear.
It comes off like he gets it now, because at the
Yeah.
beginning he's like much more gentle than everyone else. Now he's doing the same shit. It's like, no, you have to treat these guys like assholes. That's
Yeah.
Well,
just how
I
you
think
have to
that
do
like especially when he sees Jang and like he has the choice to do something or to remain safe, he realized that he decided to do something, right? And put himself
Yeah.
in
Mhm.
pretty serious harm, and it resulted in them catching him. So he's like, well, yeah, maybe like I did get injured and I am still afraid, but maybe his words about, we all feel like this, we just have different ways of
Mhm.
not showing it, and he's like, like I like also that Ma didn't like guilt him or anything. It's like, whatever, we all feel sad. He was like, yeah, like
Yeah.
if you don't feel like you're up to this, then you shouldn't be doing it. So, but just so you know, we are all terrified most of the time. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
He absolutely acknowledges, like, this is a fucked up job. I will not make you stay if you don't want to. Like, this is not for most people.
Mm-hmm.
But he ended up finding out that it is for him, which is kind of neat. It's just
yeah,
he's
'cause
had to step away.
presented with the choice to act, and he decides to act, and I thought that was pretty good for this character who doesn't have too much screen time, but like yeah, he had enough going on that I understood him, and I was pretty invested in what he was doing. I didn't want him to die at the recycling center, and
Yeah.
isn't that much nicer than having a bunch of characters who don't get much screen time and also you don't care about them at all?
Yeah. And I mean, we end up with our 4 boys. They're just having a little bit of aftermath where they just kind of hang around, have some banter. And it's like, oh, we should have some food. I'm gonna get some meats for us all, and we're gonna all have a great time together. And they're just, that's our boys. I like all these characters. They're kind of neat in all their own ways.
Yeah, like you have Mao, who's like the main guy. You have the older, younger guy, who's like usually like, hey, calm down. You have the younger guy who's more aggressive than the other ones, and then you have the rookie who's just figuring it out. It's a very nice dynamic. And like I like this part too, where they're like, oh, let's go here. It's like, oh, they don't have private rooms. Like, yeah, we do. We have private rooms for you guys.
Yeah. And then Ma gets someone here. It's like, the commissioner's asking for you. What the hell is going on? And just does a little smile. It's like, yeah, I'm at work. And there we go.
We did the big thing.
Yeah. And then we end with a little fade to black. Says, Yumcheon Serious Crimes Unit arrested 30 gangsters in 2004. So just a little throwback that this is based on a real thing. And that's it. That's the movie.
Yay.
That's that
Yeah,
is.
like, And I did not know there were sequels. I am up for watching them though, because
Yeah, me too.
I
I
like
didn't
this
know
movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite good.
Yeah, this is a really fun movie. I mean, I've said it offline, pretty sure. It's like, I miss straight up action crime movies like this, where you have some intense scenes. You have a villain that is that's a villain, you know, like a crazy villain, like the three people. They just chop up people. They're like insanely brutal.
Yeah,
And you
guys
want
who you really do want to see get caught and arrested
yes,
and like put away.
you have
Yeah.
you have the group of police officers of the serious crimes unit, everyone with their own little things going on, their little traits, and they all get along. They have some banter that is not cringe but funny. And
Yeah, humor that doesn't undercut the tone of the movie. It just it keeps some levity in a movie that's got a lot of serious stuff in
yeah,
it as well. But it's not self-aware humor that's making the movie seem less serious than it is.
yeah, and you got some,
Nice.
you got blood, you got a little brutality, you get people getting cut up. It's a grown up movie, pretty much. It's
There's
rated
like
R for a
actually,
reason, I would say.
there's like a thing that happened. There's a point in time where I watched this movie like 7 times in like a week. I started having nightmares of getting
Hey,
stabbed. I'm like, okay, I need to stop watching this movie.
wait,
Holy
did you say
shit!
you watched it 7 times in a week and you didn't know there were sequels?
No, I didn't. Because like, well,
Wow.
obviously the sequels are named something else. I just knew.
Start
Yeah,
streaming.
it does come off like it feels like they're like, okay, we're working on this and it's not ready to show, but we want people to know about it. It's like,
Oh, I
could
think
you
I was
just
allowed
not?
to put it back on. Okay, I think we're back.
Oh, we're
Oh,
back in
that's
like
cool.
the original timeline
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
timeline.
It was still there for me to click on it because I guess because it never clicked end stream. So,
Well, oh yeah, it looks like we're back.
yeah, yeah. Sorry about that.
Just according to chat, it's not back for me yet, but now I'm reloading. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about
There
that,
we
everybody.
are.
Yeah, I've
Hi, everyone.
no idea what that
Technical
was.
difficulties have just struck Germany. Hey,
I
Jojo.
guess
You
so.
little
I
pecker.
I just had a completely random freeze. Like there was no black screen, nothing. It's just yeah. Only 6 people left. Yeah, it's like
I mean, yeah, like I guess that's fair. But if at least if we read the super chats, if anyone who left a super chat rewatches the stream, at least it'll be here.
yeah. Metaltism, no PC-tism for some reason. I need to maybe I have to look at the Windows logs. Maybe I can see something there.
Hey, we're back to 16 people. Look at that.
Hey, some people are coming back. News is
Poggers.
Like
getting
they
out.
Uh, yeah, I know, it was weird because I didn't realize it was even happening because I could still hear you guys, so we were talking, and then someone was like, "Anyway, we can do," and then nothing happens. Like, wait, can you hear me?
I
And
guess
then
yeah. Does anyone in chat know the last thing we were talking about before the technical difficulties?
I actually have to check how that stream looks. If it, I guess it
be
just
very
cuts
funny.
out what.
Just like time jump, like
Yeah, I guess
time
so.
jump from one to the next, or black screen maybe.
No, it'll be fine. Otherwise, I have to like cut it to. Well, there's nothing to cut together. It should be one file. It's fine. It'll be fine. It's just the
Yeah.
little bit of the end stuff. It's all right.
Yeah, I think it cut off midway of me talking because that's when it was like when it froze. It was me green, so it'll just be I was saying something and then it'll just
Right.
we're back. It's like, oh, so that'll be funny.
Cool. Yes. I mean, yeah, good movie. Good movie. Go watch it. It's a
Yeah.
really easy recommendation to watch. It's nice and straightforward. There's no bullshit. It's just one of those movies you can just put on and watch and don't have to think too much about it while also not being insulted by being stupid or whatever, being insulted by it.
Yeah.
Keeps some good tone. There's lots of serious stuff and dark things that happen, and the levity in it doesn't totally undercut those like it does in a lot of modern movies. The writing isn't cynical in that way,
Yeah.
and yeah, good action that's very grounded and gritty,
Yeah.
not fancy.
And apparently there's 3 more of those called just the Roundup, not the Roundup, the Outlaws. It's just the Roundup, the Electric Boogaloo, and the Punishment or something. And apparently there's another one coming up for 2026. So yeah, I'll probably go check
Roundup
those
Dream
out.
Siege and the Roundup Dawn of Dreams.
Give them a little.
I get it. That's
Yeah,
funny.
there we go. Call back to the initial part of the stream where I was talking about Onimusha because that's all I've been
Whoa.
playing for like the last week and a half.
Speaking of
Also, I need to
Onimusha,
check what's up with my upload. Because I checked my settings and it clearly says 12,000, but it's only doing 4,000 right now. Is there something? Is my internet flumed up as well? I don't know.
Before you mess with that too much, maybe we should
I
not
can't
get the
while
super
I'm live.
chats
I
in
just
case we
can't
get
do that
pulled in.
anyway.
Oh, okay.
You're not allowed to.
Hey,
You should
Jojo.
probably
Jojo's being very cute.
do the things.
Matt was talking about his hemorrhoids. I would never. That's gross. You guys should do more good action movies to recommend. I mean, yeah, I love action movies. I'm good for this.
Oh, we have been talking about a raid arc at some
Oh
point.
yeah, I'll
but,
definitely want to do that. Those movies rock.
Yeah.
I need to
Also,
watch those
though,
again.
the next 3 weeks are all going to be on theme, and that next week we are going to be doing 28 days later. The
Yes.
following week will be 28 weeks later, and then
Mhm.
the week after that will be 28 years later.
Dread, I have good news for you. You should look at my backlog. I did that with As a couple of years back, actually.
Yeah. I was not on the Dread episode. It was before my time.
Yeah.
I like that movie, though. It's a good movie.
Was I on it? I don't think I was.
No, that was just me and As.
Yeah, I was about to say like I didn't think I was on that one. But I do like that movie a lot.
That movie's awesome. I wish we had more of
Yeah.
those. That movie rules. But yeah, let's do the couple of super chats real quick, and then we're out of here. I want to do 28 days later. I mean, you're invited.
James,
you can come on.
if you want. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I haven't messaged. Only have messaged 2 people, which were Random and Cree, and they have yes, no. So we have like tiered agrees and maybes. So it's not sure, but we got Random for next week for sure. He agreed to that one already.
Yay.
Random's great. I want to be on an episode with Random.
Couldn't
been on
stand 28
gaming
days
clubs.
later. Oh, so stress inducing. I guess that's a pretty good reason to not like that movie. It is pretty good. That's one of the things I liked about it. I thought that was pretty good for a zombie movie.
I barely remember that movie. I feel like I only remember the initial scene where he walks out of the hospital, and that's all I remember. I probably watched
28
it.
weeks later, I have very, very shallow memories of 28 weeks later. I kind of just, funny enough, I kind of just remember the opening of that movie. And but 28 days later, I've probably seen more than any other zombie movie that exists, because it's been my favorite zombie movie for like 20 years now.
Yeah.
I like that movie quite a lot.
Looking forward to rewatch those for sure. Go ahead.
I've heard that 28, I guess the 28 series at least, does the thing that actually addresses like my main complaint with most zombie movies, that the
Days or
problem would
weeks?
not last more than like a few months, but apparently those movies are about like re-outbreaks, which kind of fixes one of my big issues with zombie movies.
Yeah, I guess I mean, I was gonna say that might get retconned for 28 weeks, but again, it's been a while since I've seen that one. I think that might have just been because they wanted to make a sequel, but yeah, at least in the first one, I guess spoiler alert for 28 Days Later, it is like the whole zombie situation is resolved by the end of the movie.
Oh, really? I don't even remember that. That's funny.
Yeah, because they run out of food, and they all starve to death.
No, okay.
That's kind of fundamentally what would happen. Okay, well, zombies aren't possible, but other than that, like if they were, that's kind of the issue.
I mean,
like,
and that's like these ones are not undead. They're like infected, like rage virus humans. They're basically rabid humans, so
Right.
they do need to eat in order to survive. And like once all the people who they've been eating are dead, it's like, oh, there's not much you can do from that. They don't have the mental faculties to like hunt.
Yeah, they just fleam about, and then when there is no more food, they're not like, we should go to a new location.
No,
Just
we'll
like,
get into it later.
I mean,
What
yeah,
are
I
you
guess
doing?
I did just spoil a movie that people might want to be watching. Things there is a sequel coming out shortly, so I
That movie
apologize
came out
for
forever ago. You
Well,
got
but
it
I mean, I guess
fine.
I also spoiled that it has sequels and gets retconned. So, like, I mean, maybe it's I spoiled the epilogue that is no longer canon. Maybe
28 later.
28 planets later.
yeah, that is
Wow.
Argon was saying. 28 minutes later, 28 minutes after the epilogue, of 28 days later, the second outbreak happens.
Damn it. That's the one thing we didn't want to happen. Anyway, we got €5 by Chad Summer saying Outlaws.
Thank
this
you.
movie is known as The Roundup. Yes. The first of 4 movies in the series. Yeah, I guess it's like a translation thingy, because if you look at the English wiki, it's just Outlaws, and then the next 3 are called The Roundup. So, but I did hear that this one is also known as The Roundup, The Outlaws. So It's just one of those
Well,
things which
I learned that when that super chat came in because
Mm.
I did not know this movie had a sequel. Then
Yeah,
again, I didn't know this movie existed a week ago. So.
yeah.
I was aware of the Roundup movie. I haven't watched it, but I didn't know it was a sequel. So when that guy said, I'm like, are you thinking of a different thing? But when it's explained, it's like, oh, that makes sense.
Then we got $30 by Berg Flicker. Thank you very much. Saying a great selection of films lately. Well, I'm glad you enjoy them. Also, thanks for taking one for the team with The Last of Us 2. Yeah, you're welcome.
I watched it all too, and yeah, it was not very good.
Yeah. Agree they really should have made the show with Jesse as a main protagonist. Hell yeah. If you would have had Ellie and Jesse, that would have been so much better. Like, immediately.
I think though the problem with adapting a property like The Last of Us is like even if you see like The Last of Us 2 diehards were like pissed about this show because of the things that it changed, which were generally pretty minor. Like it stays pretty true to the story of that game. It's just with little things that changed that the people who thought The Last of Us 2 was good got very, very mad about. So it's
No.
like,
Yeah, that is something that's like kind of common, right? Because like you have like people who can kind of detach the two things, and then like a lot of people who are fans of a thing and they see an adaptation, any change usually annoys them.
I mean, like
Because-
I like The Last of Us 1 a lot, and there were definitely changes that happened in the show, and I still liked the show. Like I thought it still kept it in the pocket with the things that it changed. It's like with I guess the Bill and Frank episode being kind of the biggest one. That Bill and Frank are such minor parts of the first game that it was tough to get that mad about it. You know, like,
And also,
I mean,
that episode
good
ruled.
episode,
That was a
so-
really good
Yeah.
episode.
that's the thing. Like the episode was well done, so it got kind of difficult to be mad at.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I've known people who are like, just for example, I have not watched The Last of Us show. I kind of don't like the games at all, even the story, even if it's good. I'm just like, I think all this shit sucks ass. But by the point, yeah, even with like Lord of the Rings books fans, a lot of them are just generally annoyed with the movies because of the things they changed. But like, if you like press them on it, they're like, no, they're fantastic films. I just don't like it because it's different. It's like, oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah, I think most of the people that are pissed at The Last of Us season 2 don't think it's fantastic though. Like, like even in isolation, and that I guess is the problem. And I mean, they'd be right. They're just wrong about The Last of Us 2 being a good game.
Yeah, that game's piss.
Also says, being from South Korea, Ma Dong Seok is a Chad. He started out fighting IRL.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I believe it.
I
He's a
mean,
really
yeah.
cool guy.
He's
Yes, thank you very
a-
much for the super chats.
Thank you.
There was a
very much.
documentary I watched on him like a few years back. He's just like, he's one of those people who's like, I want to meet this person. He is so fucking cool. He's almost like this is not a really accurate comparison, but he's almost like a modern day Arnie. Just like the actor part, because like he's extremely charming. He can act better than Arnie, but like he's a big guy who a lot of his roles are very physical, and he's just a charming, down to earth dude.
I like Arnold's acting in some things.
I know, but I think he's so charming that I don't mind that he's kind of bad. It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
just be on screen more.
I can see that though. It's just like big dude with a lot of charisma.
Yeah, a lot of big dudes don't have fucking personality. It's true.
You're the opposite of a big dude. You're a tiny puppy.
Like if we had more time, I could go into an entire rant about how most athletes, like professional athletes, have no fucking personality at all. Like, what do you
time
do
for
after
personality,
sports?
bro? Gotta stay locked in.
Stay locked in. Need to grind. I don't have time for personality. And then the 31 months of flimflammery by Dr. Diddler. Thank you very much. Saying, you know what the stream needs? Microtransactions. That's where this XP stuff comes in, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it needs microtransactions. I need money, guys. If you pay me, I will draw you something.
Cool. Do
Well,
it.
I mean, that's just taking commissions.
That's
right?
just that's not even microtransactions. It's just a normal transaction.
Oh, wait, they need to be smaller. If you pay me, I will give you a drawing of a pencil.
Whoa.
That's
Yes,
microtransactions.
yes, I have played Spec Ops: The Line. Spec Ops: The Line, though, I didn't find it insulting. I think though it did an interesting thing of making its presentation and story almost justify the fact that it's got pretty generic
Insulting.
third-person shooter gameplay.
I've never heard anyone say
because
it's insulting. From what I know, it's pretty well liked. I played that game as well. I really enjoyed it back in the day. I think I wouldn't
Yeah,
enjoy the gameplay anymore these days.
yeah.
I think it,
yeah, the gameplay is not the star of that show.
yeah.
It's that the story's pretty interesting, and the things it does are subversive in a way that actually kind of makes you think, and doesn't really seem like it's out of step with the game that it's like. If anything, the gameplay being as generic and eventually feeling kind of as monotonous as it does, they use to like make their point stronger. Whereas The
Mm-hmm.
Last of Us having a very similar moral about like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, maybe killing people a lot isn't super great, is not really justified at all by its gameplay. And like, I don't know, it's much more dissonance there.
I
Yeah.
think a big thing that like is kind. I don't know how to put
I
this.
think James kind of I think I could probably see why people would call it pretentious, but I think what it
Mhm.
does is it has some pretentious storytelling things that make it a little bit more unique than absolutely it otherwise would have been if it didn't have that stuff. Because as I was saying, it's not a phenomenal game. It's just like it's an okay shooter, but the storytelling creativity makes it a little bit more than it otherwise might have been.
Yeah, I think just like with The Last of Us, because when you said like the gameplay doesn't match the idea that's like, oh, killing is bad, it makes me kind of think of Yoko Taro and how like firstly, let me put this out the way. Drakengard is a terrible series. Do not play any of those games; they're all bad. But he tries to go into an idea that it is insane that
But
people
technically,
like
the
really,
Nier games are in the Drakengard series, though.
yeah, and somehow those ended up like good and great. I don't know
Yeah,
what happened there.
just don't play the mainline Drakengard, is what you're saying.
Yeah, do not play those games. Two of them are super dog shit, and one of them just doesn't work on anything. Like it barely runs at 30 on any piece of hardware.
Drakengard 3?
Yeah, Drakengard 3.
Yeah, that's the PS3 one. The first two
Yeah.
are on PS2.
But what was this? The yeah, basically he thought it was insane that like you could have a protagonist in like a video game and people treat them like a hero when it's like this person's murdered tens of thousands of people in the game. They're not a good person. They are insane. So he tried to make his characters insane. Um, I think he went too far in a lot of cases, but it's just like a thing that like some creatives they get a wild hair in their ass to do, and I don't know a game that's done it really well, but I am glad people do it sometimes because I think it's worth
Hmm.
exploring. That like video games are kind of absurd, and it's worth exploring like the actual consequences of these scenarios.
Right.
But
Oh,
The Last of
this.
Us 2 does it terribly. Everyone don't play that game.
Yeah. These Windows locks are shit. They don't say anything. It tells
Yeah,
me there was an unexpected shutdown. It's like, yeah, I know, I did that because something else went wrong, but you're not telling me what. So I guess I just have to hope it doesn't happen again. Amazing.
you could do what I did with my computer problems and just look endlessly and research and never get an answer and decide you just need to replace everything in your PC
The
because
thing
you
is,
can't figure it out.
if I have a random PC issue like this, I at least wait for it to happen one more time before I even start putting time
Really,
into
yeah.
researching that.
Sometimes
Yeah,
things just happen.
Because
So,
after I installed my new GPU, I had one instance of the driver crashing, which is like, okay, I just installed it, I put all the new drivers in, maybe it did a little flame, and then it had never happened again. So I guess it
yeah.
just needed another reboot that I forgot to click or something. So
Jojo, it's okay. We should probably wrap up soon. The puppies are getting hungry.
yeah, I mean, that was all the super chatteroonies as anyway. So thanks for
I don't
those,
know.
appreciate it.
There we go. Hey,
And
Jojo. Hey.
yeah, the thanks for hanging out, everybody. Before we get out of here, Swoll, you got anything? I linked your channel down below. You gonna stream anything anytime soon, or are you being a big flameless?
I'm being a big fleemus. Also,
Wow.
I need to. My PC has like I just got it working like relatively consistently
Right.
because I told you I've been having like the black screens and
Mm.
I could not figure out what the fuck the problem was. And I still occasionally get them, but like it's much better now, especially if I don't do too much all at once.
Yeah.
I just don't know how streaming will work with that. So basically, I probably won't stream until I at least upgrade my computer.
Yeah, I got that.
You got
But,
contact info for art commissions? If you were serious about people paying you to draw.
I do actually. It's well, I mean, if you find me on Discord, you can ask there. I haven't really set anything up because I've only gotten like 2.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do art commissions. I am working on a picture of Cammy for myself.
Yay.
But
Want to
yeah,
drop like an
if you
email address or something so we can reach out to you, not just random
have
find me on Discord.
actually I have a Blue Sky. I opened that recently, so I will send that to Mootle and he can post that somewhere. And
Okay.
I don't know if you want stupid art, you can do that. I also sometimes post combos on my YouTube. I don't know. I just post random shit now.
Cool. Awesome.
And
That's
yeah,
it.
for me, I guess just yeah, watch my Berserk video. If you've seen it, watch it again. Let's try to get it over 1,000 views, so I don't have to feel sad about it. But it is a good video, though. I
is.
think I'm pretty proud
Yeah.
of it. So it's
I
I'm
haven't
not
watched
just
it,
telling you
but-
to watch a piece of crap. It's just it got swallowed by the algorithm, and I'm sad.
Did you floomp it because you re-uploaded it? You had to re-upload it?
Maybe, yeah, that might be it.
I could
But,
post it. I could try to post it around. Maybe I'll help a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you got like, I wasn't going to like try to say like the YouTuber cliche like, subscribe, share thing, but yeah, if you want to share it with whoever you think likes Berserk and is interested in the video game adaptations, by all means do so.
I mean,
But,
like
yeah.
it sounds like you're really proud of it and you worked hard. And I hate
I
when
am,
like
yeah,
things
like
like that just don't get any recognition. And it's like,
Yeah,
no,
I
this
mean,
was good.
Part of,
People
part
should
of it is
see it.
also like I'm not really active on my channel anymore, so it might be that YouTube's just for put me in a little shadow dimension or something. But and like ultimately that's okay because like I'm now not like doing this to try to make it into a full-time career or anything. I just make these videos because I like making videos. And like I said, the Onimusha one's the next one I'm working on, and I'm having a lot of fun making it, having some fun writing it, and it's making me engage with the content in a way I otherwise may not have. And that is why I do this. But it still feels nice to have it so that, you know, your videos are being seen by people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel that. Because yeah, I appreciate that when you do like a review of a series, you play through them multiple times and you try to play all the games and you get like a complete understanding of the game. Because recently I've been playing NG3 Razor's Edge a lot because I think that game has like really good combat. It just has a lot of shit other places.
I've actually
And like
never
I will
played.
watch videos on it and they are like a mix of inaccurate and disingenuous because the original Ninja Gaiden
Yeah,
game was
the
really bad.
meme is to say this one's the bad one, and then that's it, and they don't really pick apart why. In
Yeah.
any, like,
Yeah.
substantive way.
Or they use like reasons that like if you put them under scrutiny, it's like that's not true. You missed the actual criticism, which is like over here.
Well, I mean, and that's kind of why I couched my criticism of Onimusha Dawn of Dreams earlier to be like, hey guys, I've not yet finished one playthrough. So while I think this is the weakest one in the series for me so far, it's also possible that I'm just not understanding a fundamental thing about its design, and that I might need to dig in a little deeper. But yeah, that's why every single one of these games, though, I will be playing more than one time. And in the case of already Onimusha 1 and 2, because I did start my hard mode playthrough with the alternate costumes for 2. And I've played 1 already 3 times. Yeah, we're going for over 2 playthroughs.
Let's go.
You excited for
Onimusha
the
3
new
is the
one?
only one I've gotten through once.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, I think the length of time it takes me to make this video will decide whether I'm going to include the new one and push it off a bit, or try to get it all out before the new one so
Right.
that people watch it, and then maybe the new one being in the algorithm will help me not get totally smoked like the Berserk video did. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have like a lot of time before the new one because that's 2026.